dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao, Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh, Asif Din, Václav Havel, Graham Saville, No Surrender, Percy Fender, Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, Guerrilla Cricket.
Well, the IPL has really caught fire this week with Abhishek Sharma finally finding his feet. It was a wonderful century. We've had super overs. We've had the lowest total defended in IPL history. It's all been happening. And Abhishek Sharma, one of those mentioned, is of course playing in our featured game today. It's the Mumbai Indians against Sunrisers Hyderabad. Good morning, good afternoon, good dawn, good dusk, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Guerrilla Cricket. I'm Gorilla Hendo, Nigel Henderson. I am joined by the only two people who could get here on time. That was me, basically.
Only
the bear.
You made it.
The bear fell out the loft, and somehow Messi Jez has found his way to a screen. He hasn't got to go far. Just literally out of his lounge into possibly into another lounge. I don't know how many lounges he's got. Probably quite a few. Seems like the kind of guy who would lounge around a lot.
I couldn't miss the Sydenham Swan song for anything.
Well, that's right. It could be the Swiddenham song. Swiddenham? It could be the Swiddenham song because we think this is the last match we're going to do here before moving to Lewisham for the big summer ahead. And there is a really big summer ahead, it has to be said. 7 test matches in all. We'll be bringing you countless T20s and one-day internationals. It's going to be absolutely great, but of course most of it will be over by August the 4th, which is kind of annoying. What are we going to do in August? I don't know. Anyway, that's for another time, but let me just say that the Mumbai Indians have won the toss and have put the other side into bat. Now, what is this strange robot coming out with the umpires? I've never seen this before. What is it? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. I saw it yesterday and nobody said anything about it.
It's like a little dog. Is he taking out the electric bales or something? I don't. It's very strange. I actually was talking this morning, wasn't I? You might have seen Messi. I found a clip of Canterbury in the days before storms had cut down the big tree inside the boundary, and I thought that would add a bit of jeopardy to the IPL. I mean, Billy has pointed out, of course they plant trees, but we've seen no evidence of that every time there's a dot ball. Thoughts, tree inside every ground in the IPL, or just a couple of grounds?
Well, I think it comes after insisting that each team include at least one player dressed in the superhero uniform.
Okay.
You've got to get diversity in here. How many invisible players have we had so far? None at all. That's discrimination.
It's absolute rubbish. Right, I should bring you the teams as Nick has finally joined us. He's brought with him a lovely little can of Brewdog.
Shall I get you one?
No, I'm not. That's not lager, is it? That's ale.
Yeah, it's an ale.
No, I brought myself a Cobra. I brought myself a big bottle of Cobra. Now, the Sunrisers team, which will be batting, is Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Heinrich Klaassen, Aniket Verma, Pat Cummins, Ishan Malinga, Zishan Ansari, Mohammed Shami and Harshal Patel. For Mumbai, we've got Ryan Rickleton doubling up as keeper, Suryakumar Yadav, Tilak Varma. We've got Tilak Varma against Abhishek Sharma.
We like Tilak Varma.
Yeah, we certainly do. Hardik Pandya, Will Jacks gets a go. Naman Deer, Mitchell Satner, Trent Bolt, a couple of Kiwis. Always good to have a couple of Kiwis. Jasprit Bumrah, Deepak Chahar and Khan Sharma. It is going to be Deepak Chahar to open the bowling. 82 wickets to his name in this form of the game. Well, the IPL, that is, not just T20. Shall we jingle him up?
I am trying to find his jingle, but I don't think it exists, so I'm going to jingle up Abhishek Sharma.
Okay.
Shama police. It's Abhishek, man, he's really young. He's making me feel old. He truly looks like he's 12 years old.
Very good one.
He's a very tall 12 years old. I'll give him that. I'm just trying to check back to... Oh, he's down the wicket. He's edged and he's dropped. He's dropped to the slip. A high catch. Arms were outstretched. We'll have to name the guilty party in a minute. But he may not be a kind of player that you want to drop when we see what he did. Well, only a few days ago. I'm actually just trying to work out which day it was. I think it must have been
Saturday. Was it 140?
140 off about 8 balls. Will Jacks it was. Will Jacks, of course. It had to be an Englishman dropping him. He advanced down the wicket, aimed a big blow. I guess he's still in that mode from the other day. And it's spilled by Will. Spilled by Will. Chahar in again. Bowls. A little bit of away swing. Driven. Almost finding the gap. He'll only get a single as Santner runs around at mid-off.
And I found Deepak Chahar, Hendo. Shall I give him?
Give him it!
Here he is. He almost got generic IPL guy.
Yeah, I like that one then. Yeah, 141 off 55 balls. Travis Head got 66 off 37. That must have been some opening partnership. I didn't actually watch it. 171.
It was
in 12.2.
Yeah, it was a remarkable chase because, I mean, chasing 240 odd, and from about 10 overs, it was a complete formality.
That's extraordinary. It really is. Well, it brings Travis Head down to face. We'll jingle him up in a minute. Oh, we've got to say hello to people, haven't we? A little bit of swing from outside the leg stump onto off stump, defended on the front foot by Travis Head.
Here's good old Trav.
It's just a sweet Travis Head.
A sweet Travis Head.
From transdimensional Travis Head.
Travis Headier. I wouldn't want to go to that place. Don't think. Anyway, yeah, incredible. 171 off 12.2 overs.
You wouldn't want to get a job there, would you?
Not really, no. Chahar in again, bowls. He swings that into the onside. He's caught. No! Another one goes down, doesn't it? Or is it out?
Oh.
No, I think a chance has gone down at mid-wicket this time.
Jesus.
It does mean that some trees are planted, hopefully on the outfield at Canterbury.
20 of them already.
20 trees already. I think he put that down. We're going to have a look at the replay.
Ooh, tough one.
I think it could have come forward a bit there. Maybe it dipped on him a little bit. Yeah, I seemed to be expecting it to come a little bit fuller than it did. Maybe just give him the benefit of the doubt there. Back goes Head, chops this powerfully into the offside, and it's well fielded at points. And then a throw comes into the striker's end. It clears the wicket-keeper, and this time, when it didn't really matter quite so much, Will Jacks catches it brilliantly above his head to prevent it running away for extras. Extraordinary stuff. 4 for no wicket. It's all happening in the first over of today's play, befitting the final knockings of, as we say, Gorilla Towers. Oh, he didn't catch it in the end, did he? He didn't catch it either.
Can't catch a cold, Will Jacks.
Rubbish, Will Jacks. Goodness me, he's going to have to do something with a bat, isn't he? He's not getting a bowl, is he, really, either, for Mumbai?
Well, I think as we decided on the WhatsApp site, he's now known as Jill Wax.
Jill Wax. Well, he does whack it. That's much fuller of length, but swings away, and Head opens the face. Sorry, it was Abhishek opens the face, takes a single out to deep point. At the end of the first over, it's 5 for none. The contributions are flooding in. Get on them, Messi, for the final
Well, they're
time.
not contributions of cash, unfortunately. Mog says, Jesus wept, why am I here for this? Hi, Messi, hi, Bear, hi, Hendo, hi, Nick, he'd say if he'd been there at the start. Jay Grover says, A up. Barong says, Wibble. Raise a glass to Sydenham, says Jay. Mog says looking forward to the Zimbabwe game and the jingles. That's a way off.
God, yeah.
Leah says, hello everyone. Yes, it's the new robot dog with the cameras the IPL uses. I confirm it can hump players' legs.
As long as it raise its legs on the stumps, that would be a little unfortunate. Its back leg. It's going to be Trent Bolt. I forgot he existed, but there he is. Once a player leaves Test cricket, to me he is dead. Dead. When he could have played longer. He's going to be left arm over the wicket. We'll jingle him in a minute. There is one slip quite wide-ish. He's into Abhishek, who defends this one back to Bolt, who doesn't stop it cleanly, but it's cleared up at mid-off. And it's another 10 trees.
And here he is.
How does he speak, or play the horn, or clean his teeth, or even yawn? How does he shout, how does he call? Trent Bolt's mouth is really small.
Yep. We've had that jingle for a very long time. We won't need to get a new one. He's down the wicket to this one, meeting it on the half volley, and he's just got that straight enough of the diving fielder at mid-on, and that brings Abhishek 4 runs. And now it's Will Jack's cam, because every time Abhishek scores a run, the director is giving us a close-up of Will Jacks. What's he thinking? Useless Englishman. Why the hell is he in this team? 9 for no wicket. 8 of those to Abhishek. And there again, we're going to have another look at poor old Will Jacks. He can't escape. Hardik Pandya just adjusting the field. 4 men in the ring, but there is a gap square. This is picked up. Runs down to long leg for an easy single. And that takes Sunrisers into double figures. I mean, there's so much batting talent out there today. Mind you, we said that about Sunrisers a few times, and it's only really come good a couple of times, right at the beginning of the IPL and then on Saturday. But we've seen them get really, really bogged down two or three times, haven't we?
They seem to either score 150 or 250.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not much in between. But I wonder if Saturday might be a little springboard for them.
Yep. Well, yet another close-up of Will Jacks. Poor old Will Jacks.
It's worse than Kohli cam.
Goodness me. He's still in at slip. Anyway, in comes Bolt down the leg side. Again, he tried to put that whippy shot into the leg side head, but it was too wide, and it is signalled as wide. We have got, have you noticed?
A super chat.
Yay!
From the wonderful Mog.
Super chat.
Who sent us $10 which are getting worth less every day. And he just says, and with that, I slink away into the night. Well, it is past midnight.
Don't go, Mog. This is swung at by Head, trying to haul it into the leg side, but he completely misses that one. It goes through to the keeper. Now, Mog, I don't think you saw my message on the Gorilla WhatsApp. I was hoping that you would have time to do a jingle for, farewell to Sydenham. Something rousing and emotional.
I would have loved that, but Mog's the most overworked man in music. I mean, he's constantly on the go.
I understand that. Unless, of course, you want to do one now, just before you go to bed.
Go on, Mog, stay with us a while.
Bolt bowls, driven in the air, bounces just short of extra cover. Head really mistimed that one. And so more trees are planted. As I was saying last week, can we get evidence of these trees? Where are the trees being planted?
Where's the forest, Hendo?
Indeed. We need to know. Because on the basis that, there are cement manufacturers, Bolt, driven, that's a lovely shot from the head. He's given that everything all the way along the ground, straight of mid-off, 4 runs.
The number of the day. Who could ask for more? The number of the day is 4.
Yeah, I was just going to say that given that most of the sponsors are owners of cement manufacturers, steel, furnaces,
Medicare, all sorts of horrible things.
You don't feel as if they're necessarily that worried about the environment. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're just having pulling a fast one there. As Travis said, might do shortly. Messi.
Yeah, Veron says PSL have Hover a Flying Man. IPL response is the Tata Robot Dog. Will it take a leak on the stumps? Rich Turner Music is with us. He says, good afternoon and farewell Sydenham.
Farewell Sydenham. In comes Chahar, bowls way down the leg side to Abhishek, who can reach that to not. And that is another wide. 16 for no wicket into the third over.
Fairly sedate by Sunrisers standards.
Well, 10 off the bolt over. I mean, they needed that boundary, really, didn't they, at the end of that over to get them going a little bit. 8 and over from the first 2. Of course, 6 overs constitutes the power play, or the batting power play.
And usually they're about 90 for none or 40 for 5.
Yeah. And nothing in between. Chahar then in again. Slips gone. Short. Pulls. And misses. Taken low by the wicket-keeper. So a dot ball. 16 for none. GPL. Is the GPL open, Messi?
I presume it is. I'll have a look for
It's
you.
your last chance to play the GPL in Sydenham.
The real GPL.
The real GPL, the Gorilla Prediction League.
The Sydenham GPL with Sydenham pounds.
It'll be
real Sydenham pounds.
It'll be the Lewisham Florin by the time we move.
Are you not in tonight?
Indeed open. It's at $111. Get your feet off the
Come on,
bloody
it's
ground.
It's Nelson. Chahar in short, pulled, but straight to mid wicket.
Are you not in tonight, Messers?
What, the 111 thing? No, not really. It's very much an English thing.
No, the GPL.
Oh, I mean the GPL. In fact, the pot is currently £111. I'm pretty sure I put in more than £111 to this pot.
What, today?
But it's a fun way of giving money to Gorilla Cricket.
It is, as is the super chat. Don't forget, you get your tweet prioritised. If you super chat us, give us some cash. And of course, there is patreon.com for those who wish to help us on a longer term basis. Patreon.com/Gorilla Cricket, and you can get lots of advantages from that. Short, Abhishek's coming down the wicket. It's too wide, bouncing too much. Chahar was moderately interested in the fact that he might have toe-ended it through the keeper, but I don't think so. But this is a good over, apart from that wide to start with. 3 dot balls in a row, 16 for none still. Abhishek 9 off 9. Head 5
You can
off
put
6.
your feet back on the ground because I've managed to get it up to £112.
Way! Well done. Was that you, Messi?
It might have been, yeah.
Good man, Messers. What are you on?
Make sure Messi is not the only entrant to the GPL today. Chahar in bowls, driven up. 1 bounce, long off. I think that was Lassie's Malinga fielding that beyond the boundary. It is.
It certainly was.
He's a big lad now, isn't he? 4 runs.
It's Nissan She. It's Nissan She.
That was really well dug out, wasn't it, by Abhishek?
Beautiful shot. Real flow of the bat, doesn't he have? And those long levers, he can hit a boundary, that's for sure.
Sure can. Boundaries mean nothing to these people. Chahar is down the wicket. He's really shanked that into the onside, and he's been caught, I think, or not. I don't know.
think it's bounced short, that, Hendo.
There's some excitement. Someone's the
Khan
catcher.
Sharma's fucked his finger.
He's done his thumb, I think. Is it his thumb or his wrist? He's done something. Is it out though? No, seemingly not.
Trees are being planted.
It's just short of him.
So just short of him again. That's twice now. But he has done himself serious damage there, I think, and seems to be in quite a bit of pain. He's rushing to get off, to be fair. It was a horrible shot from Abhishek. He really shanked that. Bottom hand came off the bat, was in no control at all. And Chahar will feel that he's been very unlucky so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Abhishek's got more lives than a Central London cat, and I don't think Khan Sharma's going to be bowling tonight with that hand.
Is it time for an impact substitute then?
I think it might well be. It might be time for a bit of Will Jack's shite.
Oh yeah, good point. Chahar in, bowls short and wide, and Abhishek is giving himself room. He can't reach it. The umpire at square leg says that's too high, altogether too high, and that is a wide. 21 for no wicket, 1 ball remaining in the third over. Abhishek 13, Head 5. Get on the GPL, enter the GPL, Super Chatters. It's your last chance. You have to do this while we're in Sydenham. It'll be all changed when we get to Lewisham, because you'll have to do, I'm sure you'll have to do something different because we've moved, but I'm not sure. Ooh, I think that was thumb, wasn't it? Looking at that close up.
Looked so. What's your GPL number, Messrs?
443, 453, and 463.
Okay, big ones.
Full toss again. Abhishek, for a man who got 140 the other day, he's not timing the ball every delivery, is he? That's got him a single up to Santner at long on. It's the end of the over. Chahar's bowled 2. He's gone for 12. He's not got a wicket, but he should have. And it's 22 for none. Messi.
Okay. Barong says my exclusive Discord Patreon quiz poll for today is tied, being that we will have either 2 or 3 run-outs this match. So this is the last IPL watch-along from you guys this year, so certainly, no. We probably won't be on next week because we expect to be moving next Thursday, but we will keep going on Thursdays after that. It's just that we will be in our new headquarters, GCHQ, at Lewisham, which will be interesting and fun.
The bear keeps coming in and saying there's a good chance we'll be here next week. Well, I won't be because I've got to go house hunting next week.
So the bear got us excited for nothing, did he? Oh.
And he's not ready to say goodbye to Gorilla Towers yet.
He's not. Clever bowling. The new bowler, by the way, is someone with quite a pedigree. Should we jingle him up?
I think we'd better.
And now they're Marty Bumrah. Oh, you're bowling again, aren't you? Oh, I thought as much.
Abhishek keeps losing control of the bat. He keeps... the bottom hand keeps coming off the handle as he plays shots. That was a clever ball by Bumrah, bowling round the wicket to the left-hander. It was a cutter, really, a slower ball. He didn't really read it. This is an interesting matchup. Bumrah, with all his experience, bowls a straight Yorker length ball, dug out up towards mid-off. They will hurry through for a single. It's not a bad man to have coming on first change, is it?
Fantastic, and it's so good to have him back in the IPL, Hendo. Just love watching him bowl, and he seems to nail those Yorkers on demand every time.
Was it Anindo saying last week, or it may have been Abby, that they didn't think that Bumrah would play all 5 tests?
Yeah, I think that he was going to be sort of load managed and play 3 max.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, not saying that India haven't got other good bowlers, they surely have, but I suppose with back-to-back matches, it's so squeezed in, isn't it, that series? Bumrah in, he's got a slip. Head has seen it all before. He waits and steers it backward a point. It's gathered eventually, and they get through for 1. And yet again, we're going to see poor old Will Jacks embarrassed. He's dropped catch. But Abhishek he's not looking like the Abhishek that was playing against England, and he's obviously not looking like the Abhishek that played on Saturday. Now, where's poor old Will Jacks being sent now?
Into the long grass. Get him out of there.
Maybe they're going to hide him behind the tree. Bumrah then again, just 2 runs off his first 3 deliveries. He's in, Head comes across and goes for the hook shot to a short one, gets the top edge, and as you know, if you've got pace, you get a top edge. It's normally one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know why I keep saying Head when it's Abhishek.
2 lefties, Hendo. Give yourself a break.
Yeah, but to be honest,
one's tall and one's
tall and one's a bit squat. So my eyesight, it's getting worse. Anyway, that was straight over the keeper by a long way. There was no chance of a catch.
Their luck's not quite in yet, Mumbai, is it?
Not at the moment. Who play another clever, slower ball, right on the money in terms of line and length, dead straight, and Abhishek shows it respect. defends it back to Bumrah. And there is no run. 28 for no wicket. Abhishek 19. Head has 6. It's that lovely little off-cutter, isn't it? When you see it in slow motion, it's just beautifully disguised. Hardik Pandya, of course, is captain now of Mumbai, and he's quite happy with that delivery from Bumrah, who's just about to finish the over. Could do with a boundary, has to be said. Here comes Bumrah again, in, bowls onto the leg stump, and lifted into the outfield. A couple of bounces out to the man at deep backward square. It's just a single, so 7 from Bumrah's first over. 1 was a fortunate boundary. So good stuff from him. Messi.
I do have a request for our listeners. I cannot get Blue Sky to load. I want to know if that's me or just Blue Sky's stuff. So Michelle Pfeiffer says Trent Bolt equals Glenn Quagmire. Eric J says David Milan is not deaded yet.
Good. He scored some runs for Yorkshire last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got a couple of good knocks in, I think.
Jay Grover says give time for the Maudlin drink to kick in. Eric J says it's an emergency Specsavers in Sydenham. Ooh.
It probably is.
Rich Turner says of leaving Sydenham, he said we don't want a premature evacuation. Very good.
Very, very
Excellent.
good. Lovely bowling from Chahar. Does Abhishek with another slower disguised ball. And once more, he's driving at it far too early. He's not picking the line. And it's through the keeper. 29 for no wicket. 4.1 overs bowled. And this will be my last over, I think. Unless, has Abby not arrived yet?
I don't think Abby is here yet.
Abby's not due on. I've rejigged the roster, so Abby's not on till over 11. Bear, Toby and I are on next.
Ah, Toby. Okay. Chahar round the wicket now, bowls a short one. He tries to uppercut, but it hasn't got the pace that he requires, and he hasn't got the timing he requires either. He might be fortunate that he didn't actually get anything on that, because he might have just eased that through to the keeper. As it is, there is no run.
Toby has just come from doing an interview with Paul Walter.
Oh, what, the Essex?
I presume so.
Player. Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, right. Who was that for then, I wonder?
Can you see if he's waiting to get into the waiting room too, please?
We'll need the bear to come and sort that out because one of the screens is not on. Abhishek has got a 4 this time. He's eased that through backward point. It goes to 24 from 20. It's 33 for none.
He's going great guns. I hit the ball. 4 runs. I hit the ball and it went for 4 runs.
Anyway, we might as well play along that it is last day in Sydenham, because if it does turn out to be the last day in Sydenham, we won't have another chance to say it's the last day in Sydenham, will we?
Quite right, Hendo.
And you could give us lots of money on that basis. In comes Chahar. Now that's better from Abhishek. Down the wicket, inside the line of the ball, and swings that away over extra cover with great power, great timing. 4 runs. Sixth 4 of the innings, and most of them have come to Abhishek by hook or by crook.
Who do we reckon's happier with this start, Hendo? Sunrisers?
It's a tricky one, isn't it?
And they've been a little shackled, but having Abhishek still there, you always think it's dangerous, don't you?
Absolutely, and I mean, he's had that fortune. Maybe it's going to be his day again. Maybe he's just the stars have aligned. He gives himself room to that one and cuts this really over the top of extra cover, and that is successive 4s. And suddenly the Sunrisers are beginning to rise. 41 for no wicket. It would be better if I said the Sunrisers are looking set.
Ooh.
I'm sure that's never been done before. Now we're looking at Kieran Pollard making extraordinary catches. One of those where you catch it inside, you fall in over, so you throw it up, run back in. Mind you, we made that last bit dive for the catch look a bit spectacular.
That's for the cameras.
Wide of off stump. Oh, now he mistimed that. I thought that was going to backward point, but it's ended up in front of square There is a man out on the boundary, and they've got back for 2. That's the end of the 5th over, the end of my spell. An expensive over on this occasion from Jahar. He has been unlucky. 3 overs done for 26. 14 from it. We'll have more from Messrs.
Keep wibbling until we have Toby allowed in.
Well, I'll wibble, and I'll let the bear go into the jingle chair, because he is going to be the only man in the studio. And we've done pretty badly on the super chat stance, so it's really up to the bear and Messi to get it going in this next 5 overs.
Well, we have no Toby, so there's no Toby. No.
He said he'd be here in a couple of minutes. A few minutes ago.
He has just turned up.
Excellent. Apparently Blue Sky's working okay for Jeff Perkins, so it must be me that's broken it.
Okay. First ball, Bummer's second over. Is flailed at by Head. He misses it, goes through to the keeper, and there's no run. 6 off 8. All right, Toby, been a while. How are you, mate?
Oh yeah, how are you?
I'm very well. You're just down the road, aren't you? You could have made it here.
Yeah, I've been working, or doing a little bit of work today, so
fair enough.
I wasn't able to, unfortunately.
That's okay.
As Hendo I think was saying, I just had an interview with Paul Walter. So.
Oh right, yeah. How did that go?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I met him about this time last year as well at an Essex Media Day.
Cool. That's an attempted cut by Head, but the ball follows him, and he can only drop it into the ground. It goes behind. It's fielded by the keeper, and they get through for a single.
It's really struggling, isn't it? You might like to widen up the screen too, Bear, for me and Toby to fit.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I was in the loft earlier, clearing out shit.
That explains everything.
My head's gone a bit. Had my spliff a little late, and then I've had a couple of beers already, and I'm just a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
So the bear will be a myth by the end.
Yeah, I'm just equalising. That one is played out into the offside, fielded by cover. I think they'd have got through.
That's better. Now I can see a full Toby.
Yes, there you go.
Who's apparently at Lord's.
Yeah, I tried to find an IPL one, but it wasn't letting me work. And then I was following along on the stream and realised I was late. So
fair enough.
Panic. Threw in whatever image I had. I'm sure our more traditional listeners will enjoy this background more as well.
Who cares? That one is full by Bumrah. Now attempted heave by Head. Can't get anything on it. Yep, he's not really got it together today as Head.
No.
But if he's faced 10 balls now, I suppose. Get himself
10 balls out of what 34, which is not a lot.
I mean, Abhishek's been a bit lucky, let's be honest, lads. I mean, he could have been caught first ball. He's dropped it just short of fielders 3 times already. You know, you got to ride your luck.
Yep.
It's the kind of thing as well that the batters these days don't particularly mind if they take up a few balls because they know they can catch up.
Well, exactly. That one is nicely timed again out to the covers. Maybe a bit too hard. They couldn't get through for the single. That's
I mean, especially someone with Travis Head's explosivity, he really won't mind having to catch up.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
You know,
especially if you're seeing Bumrah off.
Yeah. As we said, what does Abhishek get? 145 or 55 balls or something?
Something ridiculous, yes.
And then Mumbai won on Sunday as well, wasn't it? As well, they dragged it back.
141 from 55 balls. Yeah.
Wow. That's drilled out through the offside. This time they do beat cover. They'll get through for a single. It's not got enough to beat the man chasing around behind him, and that's the end of the 6th over. Messi, I presume.
Indeed it is. Oh no, actually it's Toby. Have you got YouTube up yet, Toby, or not?
I do have YouTube up. There's been nothing of recent. No. The last one is, oh shit, I missed the start because I was listening to the 2023 Ashes courtesy of Guerrilla Cricket. Anyway, hooray, you're back in my ears.
Ah, that's good.
From Kieran Roseblade.
Well, yeah,
Good on you, Kieran.
we do have the keys to the new studio. I have been in there and I had the Sky installed. I just don't have a completion date for here. So, and I'll get a little bit of time. I can't see it being able to complete before next Thursday. The problem is you've got 4 days of Easter now, haven't you? You've got Good Friday and Easter Monday. So,
Well, you're not bound by the completion date in terms of moving out, are you?
well, to a degree, because I've got to cover both costs. So I don't really want to start paying the other one until this one is finished.
Oh, right. You haven't got the lease operative yet. Oh,
No.
That makes sense.
I mean, it was originally. I mean, he's kind of given us access, which is really nice of him. And there's hardly anyone in the building yet anyway. It's not like we're the only people who are sort of dawdling around getting in there, you know. It's...
Here we go.
Well,
Rubbish is on.
Will Jacks is on. He is going to get a bowl. Maybe that is because Sharma got his injury on his hand. No, it wasn't Sharma. Who got injured at... well, it was a Sharma. It was a Khan Sharma, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Will Jacks is bowling. We'll give him a little jingle. He goes like this.
Who knows how long he's here for?
He's bowling around the wicket and head. Oh, gets a big outside edge. Gives it a little bit of fly. I quite like that. Big heave, big outside edge. There's obviously no slip. It's fielded by the short third man, and they'll just get the 1 run. Yeah, gave that a bit of flight. Good seam action.
I think Jacks is known for giving it as much flight as possible, I think, so he could be throwing in a few grenades here, perhaps.
Well, possibly. It's always a bit tricky, isn't it? Because good batsmen will come down the track and smash you over the top. Like that. And it's pretty flat. Bounced a couple of times, but went to the boundary. And it is 4 runs.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
Good shot, good use of the feet.
So far in the IPL, he's got 1 for 42 off 6 overs, so he's averaging 8.4 an over, so it's sort of fairly average.
Pretty average, yeah. Doing all right. That one's a dot. There's another big swing and no ding from Travis Head. And last ball.
He is a player, though, who can get carded for a lot in 1 over.
Well, yeah, that's not surprising, really. If you do give it flight, you know, you're going to get wickets, but you're going to cost runs. That one is down the track again. Head hits over the top of cover, out to the man in the deep. It'll just be the 1 run note. We're out of the power play now, so 4 out, I presume. Is it 4 and then 5 for the last?
No, it's 5 out.
5 out.
5 from the get-go. I am surprised.
Oh, under edge. Can't get it through Rickleton, the keeper, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use Jacks at all through the power play. He's bowled a lot there for Surrey and Oval Invincibles. And can be pretty tidy at just keeping the ball to either the off or leg side. But I guess they back their new ball bowlers with guys like Bumrah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
There's got Trent Bolt and Bumrah.
Different standards.
Yeah, exactly.
Going with here,
Will Jacks, Trent Bolt, Bumrah. What am I going to do? I think I'll go the first 2.
Even Chahar, you probably prefer to Jacks in the power play as well.
Yeah.
He's not bad. He's not great.
I think his bowling's underrated. I don't think it's spectacular by any stretch, but I think a lot of people probably underestimate how useful he can be. And when you factor in, it's a 6th bowler, 7th bowler.
And I do think there's a lot of bowlers who can get away with that in T20 that not necessarily an ODI.
Yeah.
They're not good enough. I think Livingston suffers from that a bit. That one is a cross head. It's too wide. Hardik Pandya is into the attack, and it will be a wide. I'll give him a little jingle.
And in breaking news, Hardik Pandya.
Yeah, like Livingston. You in an ODI, you've got to rely on him for 10 overs. It gets a bit tricky.
I think any spinner who can pitch it is likely to jag a few now and then.
In an IPL, exactly. You can get away with 4 overs. They've got a robot dog doing film work. It's a bit disconcerting. That's where we're getting to.
It's a bit crap, to be honest.
Well, it may well be, but it scares me. Next thing they'll have machine guns mounted to the back of the fucking things, and they'll be running into battle for us.
Oh dear. Yeah, well, I mean that's an area. The robot dog is entirely a product of military programs.
Yeah. They want something that can get around terrain quite easily, and they can mount shit on it. Exactly that. I've actually seen some videos. That one is over the head of cover. Bit of a sliced top edge. Could have been caught easily enough if it had been in the path of someone, but it wasn't. Of course. And therefore, it's 4 runs.
It's Nissan She. It's Nissan She.
Yeah, I mean, there's some videos of some of the more advanced robot dogs can do crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
It's quite scary.
So I know you're not a big watcher of the IPL generally, Bear, but it's been interesting this week in that we had the massive match involving Sunrisers chasing down whatever it was, 240 something with time to spare, and then the situation of 111 was it being defended successfully, which is a game I much prefer to the bloody huge scoring one. Don't know about you.
Well, I didn't see either, obviously.
Well, Punjab Kings made 111 and got KKR out for 95.
Excellent. It looks like Hardik Pandya may have an injury here. Now his boot is off.
Oh dear.
It looks like he might have done his ankle. Doesn't look particularly comfortable. Maybe it's just an advert injury.
Yes, and of course yesterday we had Delhi Capitals who made 188 for 5 and looked like they were gone for all money because Rajasthan Royals were about 156 or something for 2 with plenty of overs to go, and ended up only on 188 for 4, so there was the super over, which the Delhi Capitals ended up winning quite comfortably with 2 run-outs in the Rajasthan Royals over. So it was actually quite an interesting match to watch. I watched the replay of the end of it this morning.
Wow.
Mitchell Stark bowls superbly.
We actually have a
one man of the match.
It's on YouTube about that. Asking Bear a question, saying, obviously talking about that, the other evening DC had the misfortune of their last 3 wickets dismissed by run. Has the Bear taken this as a next wicket option?
No. And I did manage to catch that actually when I was in it. I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday I was doing? I think yesterday I was doing the loft as well. And I turned up and they was having a replay of that game, and I was thinking exactly that. Fuck me, if I'd have had the run-outs in that one.
Well, they were fair for you yesterday as well, in the end. I think there were probably 4 in the match. I mean, let's face it, the boundaries are so small on these pitches, and it's so hard for the bowlers most of the time that run-out is often most likely.
Well, it is and it isn't. The problem is the boundaries are too short. That 2s are even quite tricky if you hit it hard enough, and there's a lot of fielders in the deep. You don't even get that many close ones. It just so unless the condition of the match has to be right, i.e. there's a fair few, you need 11 and over, and you're getting down to sort of 1 bunny at one end, so some guys trying to keep the strike, then it becomes quite favourable. But then the bookies get on that and they reduce the odds massively. Like at the beginning of the game, you got 22 to 1 on a run out, which won't happen, and then at the end of the game it might well be 7 or 8 to 1.
I wonder what it's on at the moment. I'll take a look.
I'd imagine it's about 16, 17, 18, something like that. And highly unlikely with these 2 at the crease, I would actually say. Court is the most probable out, and there it is. I think that's a fantastic catch out in the deep. Slightly misjudged it, and maybe should have come in a bit. But Abhishek is the man out, and he's the guy who's, he's not been fluent, but he's got 40 off 27. It's not been a bad inning. There's a fair few miss hits that managed to go to the boundary. He could have been caught. But you roll the punches and you take your luck, and he's got the 40 off 27. He's carved that up square. Probably the fielder should have come in a couple of yards and caught it a hell of a lot more comfortable. Instead he kind of misjudged it a bit and ended up lunging at it and catching it just off the floor. But he is out. We have our first wicket, and it is Abhishek. So we shall give it a little jingle to send him off.
The crowd says, the crowd says, the crowd says you're out.
And that's 59 for 1, 7.3 overs.
There's nobody talking to us, Toby.
No, seemingly not. They obviously don't really care what we have to think and are waiting for the others to come on.
Oh!
No.
I think they're all like raising money to do a massive super chat for us in a little while.
Oh, that would be so nice if they did. Right, I'm going to play a jingle for the new guy. After this ball, that is firstly pulled out to deep mid wicket. It'll be a single. It is not him. Who's batting?
Kishan.
Yeah, I know he's in here somewhere. There he is.
Well, it's time for Ish and Kish and Cousins.
Someone's got to get in. 60 for 1 off 7.4. It's not exactly rocketing along, is it?
No, it's not.
This is at the Wankhede. What do we know about the Wankhede pitch? It looks pretty slow and quite hard to get it away, to be honest. That's cut airily just past the man at point. And there's no one behind him. Of course there isn't anyone behind him. That would be stupid. And therefore it's 4 runs.
4 on the floor, and 1 more 4 than the 4 before. That's what 4's are for, to get funky on the dance floor.
Do you watch a lot of the IPL, Toby?
No.
Depends
year on year. Last year I got into it a fair bit. This year, I think this is the first game I will have properly watched.
Oh wow, there you go.
I don't know, it just depends.
I've sometimes remembered it's on and kind of, but I fell asleep when I had it on one time. That one is drilled out to the covers, deep to the man at point actually, and there'll be a single to end the over. There were quite a few runs and a wicket. 65 for 1 after 8 and over roughly. I
think my interest with the IPL often follows the weather forecast in the UK, and the wetter it is here, the more IPL I kind of watch. And the fact that we've not had too much rain so far, I think means I've been fairly happy not following the IPL.
yeah, fair enough.
We've also had a couple messages. Richard Peel says, "Hello darlings, popping in for a wee while on my lunch. Is the move to New Gorilla Towers a source of rebirth, seeing as it's Easter and
wow, that's quite an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah. Are we the new Messiah? I don't know.
Gorilla Resurrection.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Except for we'll just be a little
like
late, but that's very gorilla. Big heave gets an inside edge, I think. Must have done.
Yeah.
Under edge, just went behind and they managed to scoot through for a quick single. Short fine leg was Bumrah, I think.
Rich Turner Music also says just shared the stream on Blue Sky.
Nice. That one is clipped by Ishan Kishan up towards long on. He'll get himself a single.
And Muttley Von Eric says, woof, afternoon primates. Had a busy day pottering about the garden centre by mine. Discovered the food hall / deli. So food porn incoming for Messi.
Nice.
Sign up,
excellent.
Patreon folks, to have a gander on Discord.
Nice one, Mutts. Thank you. My invasion of South Wales is getting closer.
Yeah. Jack's in for a second. Went for 9 in his first. No, actually, he went for 7 in his first because he's gone for 10 into all in 15 balls. So that's not so bad. And just 3 singles off his first 3 balls in this one, which is pretty good. Yeah, he did make a meal of that. Who'd caught that? I didn't see who caught it in the end.
It was a
Bauer.
sub. Yeah.
Bauer. But he held on to it at least. Jacks around the wicket. Down the track, it's stumping. Great! Bloody hell, well bowled, Will Jacks. Great little ball. Gave it a little bit of air, dragged it back, turned. Head was absolutely... No, it was Ishan Kishan, sorry. Was absolutely nowhere near it. Completely done in the flight. Missed it by a mile. Good piece of keeping by Rickleton. Takes the bails, and suddenly 2 have gone. Head's still there, but it's 68 for 2 after 8.4. And we have to say Goodbye to Ish and Kishin. That was a good bit of bowling, man.
Another one bites the dust. I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
Sharp turn. Great ball. Absolutely cracking.
But it wasn't just the turn. He read the line completely wrong.
Well,
he didn't get his feet anywhere near where it pitched.
No, but that's the thing. He got done in the fly. He didn't get out to it, and it bit and turned.
Almost looked as if he touched it as well, actually.
Well, he didn't get close to the pitch.
One way or the other.
If you're going to do that, you've got to get to the pitch of the ball. If you don't get to the pitch of the ball and it turns, you're done, aren't you?
I think he probably realised that and then just threw everything in it, hoping he'd get
an edge,
some sort of touch on it.
Yeah, a little edge might well have gone for 4, I suppose. If he'd have got enough on it past the keeper. Presumably that's a Seat timeout, is it?
Yes, it is. It's, we talk about SRH having a lot of batting, but the truth is, I reckon that's a fairly short order. That's the thing. They've got Nishish Kumar Reddy next, Heinrich Klaassen, and Aniket Verma. Then they're down to Pat Cummins at number 7, which, Pat Cummins can make runs, but you wouldn't ever classify him as a batter.
They definitely lost some depth, though, because last year, Kumar Reddy was coming in at 7 or 8.
Yeah.
At 9 sometimes, so they've obviously in their sort of the major auction.
Well, yeah, I mean when you get down
to,
this is it. You get 3 more wickets, you're down to Pat Cummins. You wouldn't expect them to bash. I mean, well, having said that, I did see him get about 15 ball 40 a couple of years ago. But I mean that is, as rare as pulling hen's teeth or whatever it is. The expression is. Normally.
I think with Cummins as well, that is his specialty. He's a pace hitter. His record against spin is pretty poor, but if he comes for the final 2 overs, and can just sort of hit straight, hard down the ground and
through the line.
Yeah,
indeed. Oh,
well, I'd say that Mumbai are very much in the box seat at the moment.
I would agree, and I think the bookies have that as well. 1.33 on Bet365 at the moment.
Right.
Heavy favourites.
Yep.
What do we know? What the average score first innings in an IPL game is at the Wankhede?
It's going to be pretty high, I would have thought.
We need a bishop, don't we?
We do need a bishop. Unfortunately, we don't have a bishop.
You'd have to say, I do think you're right in one way, though, Bear. I think it is coming off a bit slowly, which is making it much harder. So I would have thought 180 is probably not a bad score on this wicket.
Well, the bookies have the line at 175.5. I'm tempted to go. Do I want to go under that?
Yes, I'd go under.
What over are we in now? 8. So it's only 100. That's 10 and over. No way. No. I think. Wow.
Well, I mean, if Klaassen or someone really takes off,
then it's fine.
Or head.
Yeah, exactly. That's clipped into the leg side, and there's no run. One run.
Average score is about 170, which is slightly higher than the average of 165.
Okay.
Obviously, the average winning score is a fair bit above that.
Yeah. Right. I am going to go under. I've got 174.5. Miss hit by head, just about beats mid-off, who was actually cover. He came around to try and field it at mid-off.
Head's really not finding the middle of the bat at all at the moment, is he? He's struggling. He's ball from 22 balls.
That's it, and they've got the other thing is they've got Bumrah and Trent Bolt to finish up as well. It's a pretty good bowling lineup they've got. Really, especially with Jacks having just got a wicket and gone for 5 in his second over. Got 1 for 12 off of 2. Hardik Pandya to bowl. Obviously, Khan Sharma cannot bowl. We don't think he's gone off. It looked like he'd split the webbing on his hand. I think.
Yeah, it looked pretty painful.
Webbing between thumb and forefinger. Because there looks to be a bit of blood there. Hardik's in, it's full. Head can only drag it down to long on. Where is the Wankhede?
Mumbai.
Okay.
Interestingly, I wonder whether their lineup has lost a little bit of depth because I've not seen if he's played before, but Ishan Malinga is playing, and he's obviously number 11, whereas they would have had Kamindi Mendes in. He's definitely played in a few previous games. Offers a bit of spin rather than Malinga's seam.
Yeah.
So perhaps in previous matches, I'll take a look and see.
Yes, it is unusual for a team batting first to name 5 bowlers straight up, isn't it?
But sometimes what they might do is they might bring in someone like Kamindi Mendes now for Abhishek Sharma.
Right.
They know they'll get his bowling anyway, and if they don't have to use him as an impact sub, and they can use an extra bowler or something like that instead.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I suppose so. I still think it's bloody cheating though, the impact service.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, you add the short boundaries, the huge bats, and 12 aside. It's not really cricket.
No.
And I think a lot of people overlook the increase in the extra teams as well over the last couple of years. I wrote an article on this last year, and there was a big jump after that, and an even bigger jump with the impact sub rule as well.
Oh, and the fact that they don't have to name the team until after the toss.
Well, exactly. I mean, it's all stacked in batting favour to get big runs, isn't it? Reddy just leans back and guides that one down to third man. It's short again from Hardick.
Can I ask you, Bear, whether Abby has managed to make it to the studio?
Has Abby made it to the studio? Oh, he has, it sounds like. So that's good news. So he'll be on. Who's he on? You two are on? No?
Nick and Toby are on with Abby.
Okie dokie. 3 of them are in. They'll be in 3 balls time. That's big heave into leg side. Not sure he's got enough. He hasn't. And Tavis' head has gone. And suddenly it's all falling apart for Sunrisers. They are now 72 for 3 in 9.4 overs. 2 of the big hitters have gone. I guess you've got Klassen left, but yeah, not a huge amount in the shed. And we say goodbye to Travis Head.
I won't look back.
For no ball.
Oh, no.
By the time that I do, you'll be gone.
It is a no ball. Oh, my word. That's so depressing if you're bowling. Can't be bowling no balls in this format of the game. Oof. Travis Head gets a real let off. Oh, it's quite a big no ball as well.
Long over.
Oh, huge, yeah.
Good 4 inches over the line.
Silly.
And hands go up.
Malinga didn't look happy.
No. Malinga? Don't you mean Bumrah?
No, Malinga's on the bench.
Oh, right.
For them. Well, not the bench. He's coaching for them.
This time, that goes up in the air. Can be caught again. Next ball. Yes, he is. This is going to be a no ball again. Oh, it's a free hit. What am I on about?
It's a free hit.
Damn it.
It is confusing sometimes.
What a fucking idiot. I forgot about that rule.
Proud of you,
tell
man.
me you
Proud
don't
of you.
don't watch T20 cricket without telling me you don't watch T20 cricket.
Well, I do watch T20 cricket, and of course I know that it's a free hit after a no ball, but yeah, it's just been a bit dozy. Every once in a while it does confuse me and get me. Hardick this time bowls it short outside the off stump, and Nitish Kumar lets it through to the keeper, and there is no run. 2 balls to go, and then we're having a little switcheroo. Toby will become into summarising. No, where are you? Yeah, you're going into summarising. Abby will do your socials while sitting here with Nick, who's going to give you some ball by ball. I'm going to go and have a sandwich. Nice.
Okie dokie, I'll catch you a little later.
Okay, well, you've got 1 ball left, miss.
Oh, right, sorry.
That's okay.
Losing track.
Yeah, well, aren't we all? Short again, pulled by Nitish Kumar out to deep mid-wicket. He will get a single. That is the end of the over. We will have a little switcheroo. Toby is remaining. In comes Nick. He's going to sit in the middle. Abby, you can come in here and do some jingles and shit. Huh?
I made some of those. No. It is 75 for 2 now for the Sunrisers. Going all right. think obviously very, very lucky there. Travis Head doesn't harm them at all.
Hi, Toby.
Hello, Abby. Wrong chair, I think.
Oh no, Abby's coming in there. I'm
Abby's
Nick,
coming in
Toby.
there.
We haven't been on yet.
There we go.
Together.
Oh, there's Abby.
There he is. How are we doing? Well, Mumbai regretting that overstepping from Hardik Pandya. Their luck doesn't seem to be in tonight, Toby. What are you saying?
No, not at all. And I think you can't really give Travis Head too many chances. He's obviously going to look to try and up his rate. Going at a runner ball isn't particularly his style, so I'm sure he'll look to take on Trent Bolt here.
Yeah, Bolt back into the attack. NKR gets it over his head down to long on for a nice easy single. Bolt only bowled 1 in the power play, which seems a little strange, so he's got 2.5 in the bank. They're making up overs a bit after Khan Sharma went down injured, but Will Jacks has bowled pretty nicely.
Yeah, phenomenal delivery to get Ishan Kishan. Just floated up, did him in the flight, and Kishan didn't really seem to know what was going on. Just kind of tried to throw the kitchen sink at it, I think, when he realised he wasn't getting anywhere near the pitch.
Yeah, he's an old-fashioned sort of off-spinner, Will Jacks, but I think he's better than people give him credit for. Now, Head hasn't got going 25 off 25, but he's still there with Klaassen to come. Can he get dangerous in the back end? Bolts round the wicket to him, over the wicket to him, and he just knocks it to long off for a single. So 77 after 10.2. I mean, it hasn't looked a classic Wankhede pitch, but it's tend to be batting favourable here. So what do we think they're looking for?
Okay, before I say anything, I just want to make sure that everyone knows that I'm a completely biased Mumbai fan. So if you're looking for any unbiased takes on here, you're not going to get any. I'm on the socials quite. I mean, I had to be, because if I was on ball by ball, I would be saying all kinds of shit towards SRH right now.
He's been screaming next door as it's full again from Bull on Reddy's pads, and he just digs it out to the man at Cow Corner for another one. So 3 singles to start Trent Bolt's second. He's going all right. That run rate's crawling down at 7.43. Is it the time for a Klaassen classic tonight? We haven't seen one this year yet.
To answer your question, I think it's a pretty good pitch. I think there might be dew coming in later on. That's what I think Hardik said. I think we've just bowled really well. The slower deliveries into the pitch just varied the lengths really good, because what Head and Abhishek Sharma thrive on is knowing the predictability of the bowler. So if we switch it up like we did for Abhishek Sharma, the wicket that we got of his, I think it has worked pretty well, and I think it should bode well for the next 9 overs to come.
And all the quicks nailing their Yorkers. Bolt gets another one in, and it's dug out for a single. Reddy's on strike. Bolt stays over the wicket to him. He goes for a big heave, but it skews off the bat. It's going to dribble away to the man at mid-wicket for 1. So 5 off the first 5. I think they'll want at least 190 here, but they've only got 55 balls to get them. So what? That's another 110 and 55. Yeah. They're going to have to go some to get there.
So you've got 2 overs of Bumrah. I think 1 of Chahar.
And 2 more from
2 more for Bolt.
And Hardik's bowled nicely too.
Hardik and Will Jacks to finish it off, I guess.
So yeah, even without Khan Sharma, they're well stocked, Mumbai. As this time Head has a massive swipe. He can't beat the man at mid-off though. So Bolt gets out of the over with 6 singles. The score is 81 for 2. What's going on the socials, Abby?
Right then, I don't know where which was the last message read out, but I'm just going to read the last 4. Rich Turner Music says, just shared the stream on Blue Sky. Richard Peel, where's the no-ball jingle and not the Lebowski one? The bear with the searing insight, we come to GC for LOL. And Farong says, this is the 24 RH time these two have played, with MI leading the head-to-head 13 to 10. And sorry Abhi, am I being dumb? I thought you came from Pune, not Mumbai. That is true, but they're in the same state. And I started watching IPL in 09, so support your local.
Were you a Pune Super Giants fan?
No, Mumbai. I started supporting Mumbai first because they came first. So, I mean, mind you, I had a soft spot for my home city. It's just I support Mumbai. So
fair enough. I change my allegiance every year. This year I like Punjab as Will Jacks is back into the attack. Change of ends for his third over. He's bowling to the left-handed Travis Head, and he starts with some proper shite. It's short and it's wide. It's almost off the cut strip, and he's going to have to bowl that one again.
Yeah, that was the definition of a drag down, that one. I think he just got caught in his fingers and halfway down the track and very wide.
Happens to the best of us, and this time he's done Head. It's going straight up into the sky.
Yes!
And the man at long off, Mitch Santner, is underneath it. So it goes from bad to worse for Sunrisers. They're 82 for 3. Will Jacks is in the wickets.
Yeah, another one too. I'm not sure many people would have predicted that heading into this. Just yet again loops it up, and Travis Head doesn't quite connect. Just sends it high into the night sky, and very well taken out at the long off boundary.
Yeah, I think it was a bit too short to be playing that shot, and he got nowhere near the middle of the bat. Mitch Santner did well under the lights, and Will Jacks, 13 runs conceded off his first 2.1. He's got 2 wickets. Khan Sharma could break his thumb more often.
Yeah. I mean, okay, here's my take on the SRH team. They are plain dumb. They lose their heads when plan A doesn't work, and I'm sorry, in T20 cricket you need to have plan B, and if your plan B doesn't work, plan C, but your plan B needs to be as strong as plan A, and their plan A isn't working at the moment. It works maybe 2 times out of 10, but
no, I'd agree, Abby. I think we're seeing a slight lack of nuance from them this year. Last season it went right more than it went wrong. This season they've only really got it right twice, and they don't have a backup plan. It's just blast and blast. As Heinrich Klaassen comes to the crease, he's a guy who's better at blasting it than most, so let's see if he has different fortunes tonight.
Hold on, let me jingle him in.
Yeah, jingle him up.
Let me find it. Yep, here we go.
I haven't heard that one before. It's a sort of scuzzy garage rock number from Mogg for a sort of scuzzy garage rock kind of player. He's very good starting against spin class, and he sits on that back foot and really punches the ball off and beyond the fence. So let's see if he tries to get after Jacks.
Do you think he is the best player of spin in the IPL?
He leaves the first couple for dots. I think he is. It's a good question. It's one that I couldn't answer right off the bat. I think he's probably one of the best starters against spin in the IPL when he's on. One of those guys who you really don't want to be bowling spin to. Nicky Pooran's very good as well.
Yep.
Maxi when he's on is good. But Klaassen, I mean, I think the way that the power that he can get just sitting deep in the crease is really impressive. Oh, he almost chips that one back to Jacks. So Jacks has started with a 3 dots to him, sandwiched around a wide. So it's another really good over from Will Jacks so far. 4 legal balls gone, just 2 runs and a wicket. Klaassen steps well outside his leg stump, tries to give himself room, but can't beat the man at short extra. So there's no run there. Nothing off the bat so far in this over. All smiles from Trent Bolton. Well, there might be, because Mumbai are looking in total control of this game at the moment, and it's a must-win for both of these teams, who've only won 2 games each so far. As Jacks bowls another dot, he gets out of the over with another dot ball. So he's gone for 14 off his first 3. He's bowling a real spell. Mumbai in charge.
Yep.
Truly. What do we got on the socials, Abby?
Hold on. Jacks. Tom Reynolds says Jacks reinvented as a bowling all-rounder. Truly. Stephen Kelk says, well, hello there. Jeff says, certainly lost their head there. Jay Grover says, sadly, neither Manduwala or Sheffield yet have an IPL franchise, so I'm officially neutral. God damn it, Jeffrey. Stephen says, Will Jacks is 6'1". That's 6 inches taller than optimal.
Yeah, he's a few inches tall north of a ducket as Mitch Santner is into the attack for the first time. Canny spinner. And Reddy straight away pulls out the reverse. It's scooped over the man at short third man. 1 bounce into the fence. That's a much needed boundary for the Sunrisers.
Oh, that is a phenomenal shot from Reddy there. Just obviously sees the gap. No one out there behind square on the offside, and gets in position early and plays it from low to high to get it over the 2 men in the ring.
Yeah, I think it's definitely premeditated, right, Toby? With the spin, and flies into the fence. This
time, no.
It's just a quick
that
single. We've almost got buzzers. Santner, I think, putting his hands up to say, I've got a bit overexcited there. But no drama in the end, just a single.
That was a horrendous throw from Santner. Obviously, running into the leg side. Was it wrong hand on the spin?
On the spin, and it's, miles away from Ryan Rickleton behind the stumps. He's got overexcited there.
I think I might just jingle in Santner.
Jingle him up, Abby. He's normally a pretty calm, collected kind of cricketer, but we all lose our heads from time to time.
Santner, baby, and dart them in quickly tonight.
Santner, baby, continues round the wicket. He's quite wide on the crease to Klaasen, who tickles that behind square for a single. So a good start to the over for Sunrisers, 6 from the first 3, but they need to keep going, keep finding the fence if they're going to have something that looks defendable, although we saw Punjab defend 112 the other night. So what do I know? 160 might well end up being a winning score, but I somehow think not on this ground. Reddy works that into the leg side. It was full on his pads. It's just going to be 1.
I tell you who is not a good player of spin. Tim David.
Tim David is a very poor player of spin, but he's hitting the fast bowlers to the fence this season. I was saying earlier, Abby, I think RCB have got more out of him in 7 games than Mumbai did in what felt like 7 years.
Yeah, he did win a couple of matches for us, but I don't like him.
Dot ball this time from Santner, so it's an uncharacteristic start from Klaasen. 1 from 7. Maybe a reflection of the fact that he hasn't quite found his best form of late. It's taking himself a little time to get in, perhaps hoping to launch big through the last 7 overs. He knocks the last ball of this one down to long off for 1. Sunrisers 91 for 3 after 13.
Yeah, I think you guys were obviously talking about it last over as well, the fact that Sunrisers have been struggling so much, and you mentioned Klaasen's been struggling. None of their guys really in top form until last game, where a few of them obviously smashed it around the park. But I think that does just show their struggles as a side, that they're a bit light on the batting front in particular, and it means that they can't necessarily go quite as hard, and if they do, if a couple of them get it wrong, they're going to be in a really tricky position.
Yeah, I think it was last year, it was so outstanding from Travishek, and keeping that kind of form up is
law of averages coming into action.
Law of averages, right? We've seen, how many players in the last year have we seen come in and out of form? I think of, Yash Jaiswal, who was amazing 2 years ago, Shubman Gill as well, and both having kind of leaner patches at the moment. So players seem to come in and out of form, and they could sure use one of their guys finding a bit right now. As Hardik Pandya's back into the attack, bowling to Klaasen, who just nudges it into the offside for 1. The predicted score, what have we got? 142 at the current run rate. I don't think that'll be anywhere near what they're looking for. 11 gets them up to 170. That sounds more like it, if still a little bit shy. So to get themselves up to what would be considered par before the game, they're looking for something really special. They've got Aniket Verma in next, who's been going nicely, and then they've got captain Paddy Cummins, who can hit a few sixes. So hope hasn't gone out of the window for Sunrisers yet, as Reddy mistimes a pull shot. It skews to mid-on as they amble a single, but they're going to need to get moving faster than this.
No, truly. Again, I think we've just bowled it really well.
Bowled really nicely.
Bowled really well. Maybe we have done our homework for once. And
well, I think all the quick bowlers have found their Yorkers when they've looked for them. They've mixed in the slower balls well, which have looked effective on this pitch. It doesn't look a classic Wankhede track where the ball comes on really nicely to the bat. We'll see if that theme sticks as it gets a little darker, as Megachu starts to come in, as Klaasen gets an inside edge. It's marginally misses the stumps, but they scamper through for a single. It's another slower one from Hardik. We've got Ryan Rickleton's glove on the floor. It was him who attempted the direct hit but missed. It's all going on out there, but the run rate has slipped below 7.
I really like the glove colour there. I really like it.
The blue and gold. Oh, and that really could have chopped onto the stumps. Hardik's got an anguished expression on his face.
Probably because of his ankle.
Yeah, do you think that's hurting him?
that was a big scare. I thought he was out for the game on the next couple of games.
That really would have left Mumbai short of overs. It's wider this time. Reddy tries to give it the kitchen sink, but misses out. He can only get an outside edge on it, and it goes straight to the man at short third. So it's a struggle for timing for the batters. It's another slower ball from Hardik. That's 3 on the bounce for him round the 120k mark. Mumbai.
I was going to say, I think it's a much more tired pitch than they're used to at the Wankhede.
Yeah, it looks it, Toby. Certainly, it doesn't seem to be coming onto the bat really nicely. I mean, we saw right from the power play, even when Abhishek and Head batted a few overs, neither of them really found their timing.
Yeah.
And certainly, NKR striking at 100, Klaasen striking at under 50. The last 30 balls, 26 for 1, so it's not like it's just wickets slowing them down. It's just a struggle to get the ball out of the middle of the bat. Hardik is in again over the wicket to Reddy, and it's a really well bowled Yorker. NKR digs it out, but only back to the bowler, so that's another dot ball. Trees are being planted somewhere, perhaps not if you're in the Hendo camp of thinking, as we get another look at some of Will Jacks's wickets. One was really well bowled, as you said, Toby.
Yeah.
The other one was a bit of a gimme from Head, going after a ball that wasn't there to hit. But he's got 2 for 13. Is he going to be back for his 4th over? You would have got good money on him bowling 4 and taking wickets before this game started.
Yeah, I'm not sure anyone would have expected that.
Well, he's been moved down a couple of places, hasn't he? Which I think was the right move. But he's reinventing himself as a bowling all-rounder. Hardik, can he close out the over with another good one? It's full and it's straight. Reddy gets it to the man at long on. Santner for a single, but just 4 from the over. Another really good one from Mumbai. Sunrisers going nowhere fast, 95 for 3.
Let me get some socials in. Sorry. Farong says 13 overs and the ball hasn't gone over the boundary. Correct? Because we're just bowling
not
exceptionally
a single
well.
6. Wow.
Yeah. Stephen Kellick says 1.09 ducats indeed. Is this officially the last time the Gorilla Towers will be used? I believe so.
To be confirmed. Bear is teasing us all that we might be back next week, but I think
one of the last times.
Treat it as if it's the last time, because you don't want to miss it if next time we're in Lewisham and everything's changed.
Yeah. Richard Peel says, I did a Santner balls are swinging around jingle to the tune of Santa Claus is coming to a town ages ago. Don't know why I bother sometimes. Farong says, replying to Stephen, for correct image of the new form of measurement. I don't get it. What is a ducat?
A ducat is as tall as Ben Duckett is.
Oh, okay. So not very tall.
No, not very tall. I mean, surely Will Jacks, I don't want to question you, Stephen, but surely he's more than 1.09 ducats, isn't he? I always thought Will Jacks was quite tall. I reckon he...
Work out how big is 1.09.
Yeah, no, that's probably right, because I guess Will Jacks is about 6'2", and Ben Duckett's about 5'7", so that probably is only 1.1. I don't know why I think that he's a ducat and a half. Clearly that says something about my measuring abilities, as I think...
Your estimation.
I think we're on a Gorilla Towers timeout here, because we've got an ad on the telly, and where are we? We're about the right time for it, aren't we? 14 overs, that's normally where it is. So 6 overs to go. The score is 95 for 3. What are we predicting here, lads? What do you reckon, Toby?
It's a tricky one, because, with guys like Kumar Reddy and Henrik Klaasen at the crease, it could kind of go anywhere. Those two are 2 of the most explosive guys in the IPL. They could very easily, score at 250 strike rate each.
Yeah.
Without really much effort.
And I think that's what they need, really, isn't it? So, 10 and over gets them to 155. I don't think that'd be quite enough. 12 and over, add 2 6s and another 12 onto that, so that would only get them to 167, which again, you never know, but it looked like I don't think they would have bitten your hand off for that before the game, so they're looking to go north of 200 and get themselves somewhere close to that 180 mark.
That's a reach now.
It certainly looks it, especially with Bumrah to bowl a couple of overs, as the Gorilla Towers timeout has come to an end. Hardik
is it Bolt bowling the over?
Marshalling the field. Yeah, Bolt is going to bowl it. He's back into the attack for his 3rd.
I think I'm going to jingle him in.
Give him another jingle, Abby.
How does does he speak, or play the horn, or clean his teeth, or even yawn? How does he shout? How does he call? Trent Bolt's mouth is really small.
As we get a montage of Hardik expressions on the screen, everything from serious to elated. Left armour Trent Bolt is back into the attack. He's over the wicket to Reddy. He's full and he's straight, and it's just knocked to the man at long off for one.
Yeah, nothing too much there from Reddy. I think they will really have to look to try and push on now. I guess their one worry is that there's not a huge amount coming in behind them. Anakit up next, who's obviously a pretty decent bat, but then Cummins at 7 is at least one place too high.
Yeah.
And at least a couple places higher than he was last year. So
have they got an impact sub to play with?
They do,
Cummins at
yeah.
7, I'm seeing just saw Manahar with his pads on.
Yeah, but I think I think they might bank on Rahul Char coming in the second over as the impact sub, because
this time it's edged from Klaassen, but it beats the man at short third man. A bit of luck for Sunrisers that they've needed. That's the first boundary we've seen in a couple of overs.
I think I might just hold on. Yes.
Yeah, a much needed boundary there.
In is going, great guns, I hit the ball, 4 runs.
Not the way Heinrich Klaassen would have expected it to come. Right off the outside edge, but it's flown past. Was it the captain? No, it's Bumrah
there
at short third man, and Trent Bolt, Ryan Rickleton, all looking a bit glum about it, but they're still in control. Klaassen's seen 11 balls now. I think he's got to go. That one is wide from Bolt down the leg side, so I'll have to bowl it again as the arms of death come out from the umpire. Can this be the over?
Sorry?
That previous one was another slower ball.
Yeah,
Seemingly impossible to find the middle of the bat for the batters. So
they've gone slow so often tonight, and it's been really, really effective. But what have we got here? 6 off the first 2. Can this be the over that gets them going? Bolts into Klaassen. It's full and it's straight. It's a glorious Yorker. All he can do is get bat on it, dig it out for a single.
I think that means Hardik is banking on another over from Will Jacks, probably,
or one more from him. Has he got? He's got 2
to bowl as well.
Yeah, Santon to bowl as well. Yeah,
and Chahar's still got 1 if he wants to use it.
Not Chahar. I think Will Jacks.
Okay,
Will Jacks and Chahar is on SRH.
No, Deepak Chahar.
Oh, Deepak. Oh, my bad. Oh my god. Yeah, my bad.
It's another good Yorker from Bolt. Reddy can only get bat on it and pump it to the man at long off for a single, so it's good comeback after 6 off the first 2, just 2 off the next.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't bother giving the ball back to Chahar. He bowled his 3 up the top and kind of did his job, really. They can use him if they need to, but they've got Santner who's got 3 left if they want to give him another, and otherwise Jackson Pandya can bowl 2 each.
And then Bumrah's got 2 left.
2 from Bumrah, I believe, yeah. So
and another one from Trent Bolt if he wants it after this one.
So plenty of options for Hardik.
Play like Mumbai.
Well, Bolt gets another really good Yorker into Klaassen. It's out to the man at deep square leg, Will Jacks, who's in the action. It's just another single, so it's just 7 from the over. It isn't the kind of springboard that Sunrisers are looking for, and Mumbai 6-2 up against Hyderabad at the Wankhede. It looks like they could be going 7-2 tonight, and I think if they do, I'm going to say, barring a miracle, Sunrisers Hyderabad are out of this IPL and won't be making the playoffs.
Yeah, unless we have a brain fade like Kolkata the other night.
Well, it happens. We've seen a couple of crazy results in the past few days. We saw Delhi were cruising against Mumbai on Sunday and threw it away. KKR failed to chase down 112, and then last night Rajasthan, when they looked dead set to win that game, snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Bolt ends with another good full straight ball. Reddy can only get an inside edge on it. They scamper through for 1. It's 105 for 3 after 15. I think that I am done for now.
Me too.
I think I'm still staying on.
Abby is staying with you. Hendo and Bear will be joining, and we'll see what Sunrisers can do in the last 5 overs.
Well, this is good, isn't it, for Mumbai? They're looking. They've got a handle on this game. You'll be happy here, Abby.
Yeah, I'm beaming. All the frustration from
on the train.
Yeah.
So you've been to about 4-5 different stations today, by the sounds of it.
Oh, if I actually start to, but Bear, how do I get the Zoom box?
The Bear will have to show.
So on the ones that says Zoom on the left,
Yeah.
there's little boxes. The one with the red on is what we're on at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a 2-shot. Just click on it.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on the shots below.
Yeah.
Oh no, you want to click that all the way over to the left.
Bumrah's back into the attack. Oh, and
sorry, yeah.
Reddy has tried to reverse hoik that and hasn't really got hold of it. It's a brave thing to do against Jasprit Bumrah. He gets a single to short third man, 106 for 3.
But that row on nothing.
Hold on.
He's got 2 overs left. Jasprit Bumrah went for
clearly.
10.
Okay, yeah, perfect. And then
10.
Then the arrow
from his first 2.
Perfect.
106 for 3. Here comes Bumrah in to Klaassen, and he gets hold of that. Brilliant piece of fielding on the boundary. They hurry back for a second. I mean, he got hold of that really well. It looked like the fielder had run past it. He then had to sort of stretch out his left hand, and he grabbed it beautifully.
Something to take note of. Out come the towels, if you have noticed. That means there's going to be dew.
Ah, right, yes, okay. And yes, it's definitely sort of slipping there, wasn't he?
Yep.
But he did well to recover that, because it could have escaped for 4. Who is that?
Sky.
Here is Bumrah in again to Klaassen, looking for the
that might be 4.
Yorker, but
That's
it's dug out on the full toss, hit with some power and speed, but straight to long on. Just a single for Klaassen. He's got 13 from 15. He's a man who can go big in the final overs, but when you're up against Bumrah, it's not necessarily that easy. No 6s today. No 6s so far. 12 4s. So they do really need a couple of big blows.
Well, surely it's going to. If it's Dewey, isn't it going to become much easier to bat?
Yep.
Bumrah in again. Another full toss, but I don't think he's got hold of that well enough. Dropped short of long on. Reddy takes a single. He's probably glad that he didn't get that in the middle of the bat, because otherwise he would have probably given a catch.
It's actually interesting. I thought he might save Bumrah for the last 2. But I mean, you've got 1 over from Chahar, 1 from Bolt, and 1 up from Bumrah now. So he can juggle it up and give 1 to Santner in between if you got 4 left.
It's not good, is it? Into the 16th over, nearly the 70th. That's wide down the leg side. It was very full, but Klaassen couldn't connect with it.
They might review this. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it might have flicked a pad or something.
Yeah.
Well,
Rickleton disagrees for some reason.
But the other thing is, if you might as well, fuck it. You've got 2 reviews, haven't they? No one's used a review yet.
Yeah.
You've only got 4 overs left at the end of this.
Yeah, they do sometimes seem very reluctant. He was deep in his crease there.
Oh no, they have taken the review.
They are reviewing it. Let's have a look. It's
it has clipped.
Well, we're going to have to see Ultra Edge, aren't we? To see if it's actually flipped the pad. I mean, it looks like it could have done.
Gone are the days we used Snicko for real stuff.
I know.
Now it's to determine whether it's hit a pad and it's a wide. How the game has fallen.
There's going to be a bit of a delay while we wait.
It's all right. I can get an advert in.
Oh, probably. Yeah, absolutely. Gives us a chance to say, don't forget to super chat us on YouTube. If you contribute in a financial sense, we're going to tell you whether this is actually flicked. It's certainly not got bat on it. Has it got anything?
Oh, fucking get there.
It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. It's the review is going to be turned down, and it's going to count as wide. And they need every run, an extra ball they can get to the Sunrise. So of course, super chatters, get your tweet or your contribution to the top of the pile by doing so. Pay us some money, and don't forget, you can become a Patreon. You can get all the other content that we do. Big high full
that would be no ball.
toss, but I think
he should
not
be fine.
high enough for it to be called no ball. 140 miles kph, I should say, not miles per hour. But he couldn't do anything with it, Klaassen.
That would be pretty slow if it was 140 miles per hour.
But I was going to say, with only 3 wickets down, you feel like they should be, really going for it. I think the bowling's just been too good. Bumrah in to complete the over. And again, it's right up in the block hole. Klaassen is right back on his stumps. He manages to force it with that bottom hand up to long on, but it's only a single again. Only 7 runs from the over, which is probably not good enough at this point. Let's see what's on socials.
Definitely not.
Abby, anything on socials?
God.
He's got to do everything. Maybe, actually, it's a bit unfair because he's doing jingles.
No, it's fine. I don't mind it. Yep. Nick Vicker says, "Hi everybody, great to see this youthful commenting team in action. Let's hope SRH can put up a score. GC Towers deserves a classic to sign out on." Richard Peel says, "I'll have to do a I believe that children are our future jingle up the youth movement." Nick Vicker, that would be a great jingle. And Steven says, "Bear!" ! Hendo!
Bolt in. Now that's worth an appeal. It's hit him on the pad, hasn't it? He was trying to get inside the line and scoop it.
I think that pitch outside leg though.
Dilshan style, but didn't get hold of it. There doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of review, but it is a dot ball.
I think it pitched outside leg, so there's no point in reviewing that. Oh no, it did pitch. Oh no,
he's got a bat on it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, then he got bat on. I think he got bat.
I think he might have got a bit of bat on that. It's dropped short of the keeper, so it wasn't a catch. Bolt again in.
Well bowled.
Block goal driven.
Oh, and he's walking. He's walking.
Is he? Well, Bolt thought that's out. I thought he jabbed that into the ground.
No, that was a bump ball. I don't think he was walking.
Calm down, Abby.
Calm down, Abby. He wasn't walking. He was just walking away from the stumps.
Yeah, he was just frustrated. I'm sorry.
Listen, 112 for 3. I mean, what are they going to get here?
Give me the wickets. Give me the wickets. Don't give me. Don't give me this economical bullshit. Give me.
You want wickets?
Yes, something to celebrate. I'm not going to be the one celebrating a single. Oh, well played. No, give me the wickets. He did jab that into the ground.
Well, on the basis that you're talking about the dew will make it easier for batting for Mumbai in the second innings, I'd say they were well on top here. 112 for 3, 7 runs per over at the current rate only gets them to 137. They need 10 and over to get to 149, and they need more than that to get to 156. It's 112 for 3. There are a lot of very pensive looking people in the crowd, but I'm not sure why, because Mumbai are doing very well. Full toss again, hoisted into the leg side, down to long on. Klaassen is cutting a frustrated figure at the moment, just can't get the ball away. And Klaassen 15 off 20 there.
It's not very Klaassen-like, is it?
It's not very Klaassen-like.
I expect, but he looks like sooner or later he's going to connect with one, and there's still 3 overs left. He can hit 3 or 4 sixes in the next 3 overs.
Yeah.
Well, they really
4
need
overs,
that.
They need that. Yeah.
But the bowling's been tremendous. The accuracy of the bowling in the last few overs.
Yeah. I guess this is the bowling we wanted to see from. I wanted to see from Mumbai when I first saw the squad coming from the auction.
Right.
And it's great that we have got so many options now that Will Jacks also is picking up wickets. By the way, one of the worst bowlers to get a wicket. Oh, that might be
caught.
Oh, yeah! Get in!
Caught. It was ready. He was digging it out, but he was digging it out and up into the air. And he has gone 19 from 21 balls. Bolt has his wicket with 2 balls of his allotted for left. And it was a little bit of a cutter, and he was right back in the crease. It was a kind of flamboyant shot, but went straight to the man at long on. Hardik Pandya is enjoying his work this afternoon. Ready goes. It was Tilak taking the catch. 113 for
Hold on, let me
four.
get up. Yep.
The crowd says
I think we should have an Abby version of that. Abby says out.
Yeah.
Abby says out. 113 for 4. Aniket is the new batsman. Have we got a jingle for Aniket? Can we find Aniket?
No, I don't think we do.
We only got generic IPL guy.
I didn't have time to look at all the jingles, I have to say.
It's going to be fun when we check how many Zimbabwean jingles we've got.
I'll probably need the entire team.
Probably will. No, there's one or two still going. Bolt into Aniket. Over pitches, it's a full toss, but low full toss, fast full toss. It means he can only get a run down to long on.
I think Aniket might get a score right now. He can play with furious abandon.
Right.
And I mean, they've not scored a lot, so he might as well try. So
yeah, it's just hard to hit when these guys like Bumrah and Bolt are hitting their Yorkers on a regular basis. It becomes very difficult, doesn't it? Even going deep into the crease.
Doesn't really help, does it? Unless you can really get under it. But it's hard, even then, to get enough
catch
power.
it. No.
Well, I chipped that one. Catch it, says Abby, but it was quite flat. But it was one bounce to the man at long on, and it kept.
I'm one of those fielders in the field who just shout "catch it" for anything that's a bit uppish.
Yeah. Anything that's got a slight bit of air on it, catch it. Yeah.
It's 115 for 4, just the 3 overs remaining. I think it was just 3 runs and a wicket from that final Trent Bolt over.
And the thing is, as a batsman, you hate that shit. You hate it. I hate it when I'm batting and then I hit a slightly uppish shot. It's going nowhere. It's straight. It's going right into no man's land. And the keeper's like hollering in my ear, going, "Catch that! No one's going to catch that." Have a day off.
I played in an era which it was just kind of switching over to the modern era of who's this? Is this Chahar back for his final over?
I didn't think he was going to bowl again. He injured himself, didn't he? Oh no, it's Khan Sharma, wasn't it?
That's a dot ball. Talk about a review. It wasn't given as a wide. Wondering if Sunrisers wanted to review it. I played in an era where you played a good shot. Sometimes the keeper or the slips would say, "Good shot," even in league cricket.
Yeah, there was still a bit of that going on, but we were a bunch of oldies anyway.
Oh, he slapped that. That might be 6. That is the first 6 of the innings, isn't it?
It is. It's smashed from deep in his crease. This time not straight, over extra cover, like a bullet. 6 runs. It is a maximum. It's almost a maximum because he's hit that.
He's hit that pretty
so
flat.
controlled. Interesting why Chahar decided suddenly to come round the wicket.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure that was the right decision. Will he go back to over the wicket? No, he's staying there. Round the wicket again, and he's carted that into the gap between deep mid wicket and long on. I think this is a really bad move from Chahar. As suddenly it's freed up Klassen, and he's got 10 runs from 2 balls, 125 for 4. And it's amazing when you get a bit of momentum. The bowlers lose it a little bit. They lose their rag, they lose their length, they lose their line. And
that's a really odd decision to come around the wicket.
Yeah, I think he's going to stick to it. Yep.
He is. He's in again, short.
Oh, that's 4.
Crashed away.
That's 4.
And it's 4 more in the same area.
It's a dreadful choice.
It makes no sense at all, does it? 129 for 4.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary.
The thing is, it's always going across you, and the ball's never going to do anything now. It's this old and in these conditions with a white ball, and therefore it totally allows you to free up the arms. It's either too straight down the leg side, or it's going across you, which is a really nice place to pick it up from because it's going away from you, so it's swinging into the arc, isn't it? You know.
6, 4 and 4 then for the last 3 balls. Klassen on to 30 from 25. We're in the 18th over. 2 balls remaining. He's still round the wicket. It's a horrible toss. Although he may have put the throw to the man at deep mid wicket, deep square leg. He hasn't. It's cleared the boundary again. This is utter nonsense from Chahar. Whose idea was this?
Oh, that's a horrible over. That's horrible over.
That's 20 in 4 balls.
That's madness. Utter madness. I mean, that was very flat, wasn't it? I mean, it could have easily been caught had it gone straight to the man, but it was just a little way away from the deep backward square. Hardik Pandya
What are you
can't
doing?
quite
I
understand
think
what's
that's
going
every
on.
MI fan right now. What were you thinking? Yeah, you should have done that 3 balls ago.
Final ball of his spell, he decides to come back over the wicket. Crazy, and it's a cut shot played with really good timing, but it is only going to be one. Santner is such a good fielder, and he's skirting round to the ball at point. And so, what was that? 21 off the over. That was
That's
the big
all
over.
he had to do. If he'd have done 4 balls like that, outside wide, let him smack. Well, he might get 1 for 4, but presumably you got 2 people on those positions for exactly that shot, and you get out of the over with 7 or 8.
And it also seems really common with these guys who can hit big and hit hard and time the ball brilliantly, innovate, that once they get 1 shot away, it's like it all comes back to them.
Yeah.
And suddenly they're off. And now at 8 runs per over, they could get to 150 quite easily. 136 for 4 of 18. That cost 21 runs. And Chahar ends up wicketless as well, and yet he bowled so well early on. Really strange.
Oh, those are horrible figures for someone who did bowl really well.
And should have probably had a couple of wickets in his first couple of overs. Bumrah is back. He'll control things, won't he? He's bowling to
the commentator's curse. I should have said that.
In well, you know he will. He bowls it. Well, what was really a full toss.
Yeah.
Klassen made room for himself and just missed it. Takes out his off stump, and Bumrah is back, and the Klassen sort of impetus is brought to an end. 136 for 5.
Who's the auntie, by the way, Abby?
Sorry?
Who's the lady who looks like she runs Mumbai Indians?
Oh, she's Neeta Ambani. She is the wife of Ambani. Yeah, and that's her son. So they both run MI.
Right.
37 or 28 in the end. It was a real struggle for a long while, Klassen, until really those four balls in that Chahar over. First wicket for Bumrah, 1 for 17. He's into his final over. And it brings Pat Cummins to the wicket. A real international flavour, international cricket flavour, test match flavour to this little contest with Cummins up against Bumrah. Cummins is no mug with the bat, as they say. He can hit a long ball himself, but kind of difficult with only 11 balls to go.
On the contrary, I think he has full freedom here to swing.
I think he does, I agree. Bumrah in, and managed to squeeze that out off the bottom of the bat out to deep point for a single. Yes, he does have that. I'm just saying that it's not always easy to come in at this stage.
When you're facing Bumrah.
Yeah, when you're facing
Bumrah. And nothing's easy
in particular when you're facing Bumrah. I mean, I think earlier we were commentating on a game with Sunrise where Cummins came in, hit his first 3 balls for 6, and then got out to the 4th ball trying to jab it down to third man. So he was out for 18 or 4 balls. So
that's a good innings.
It is a good knocker.
Well bowled.
That is a brilliant piece of bowling from Bumrah. It's all that Aniket can do to dig it out into the offside with the field set back on the fence. There's plenty of time for them to come through for a single.
He just missed that, didn't he?
He just missed it.
It was a full toss.
It was a full toss. I mean, he was waiting for it way outside his leg stump. But yeah, I mean, he'll hit.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be upset with himself there because it's a nice height as well. If he'd got that out of the middle, it'd have gone a long way.
Right up into the block hole again, but Cummins managed to steer it up to long on for a single. 139 for 5, just 3 runs from the first 4 balls of this over. 150 again, receding into the distance. but we shall see. It's been a very strange innings from the
No one's
Sunrisers.
really got going, have they?
Yeah.
No one's really got timing.
That's because we have bowled well. Come on, give us some credit,
Yeah,
guys.
oh no, I said that.
yeah.
Mumbai bowled really well.
I think the pitch is helpful as well, I have to say.
Bumrah in again. Low full toss, which is carved out into the offside. Are they running back for a second? No, they're not. Just the one then, 140 for 5. Cummins is back on strike. Aniket annoyed that he couldn't do more with that delivery. 4 runs, brilliant from Bumrah, who's now dropped the return to him. And,
Will Rohit come in as the impact
he
sub?
will. Yeah, he will. Because he takes 16 crore or 16, I don't know what the figure is in pounds, but 16 crore in Indian rupees to play 3-4 balls every innings.
Nice.
I would love to have that life, honestly.
Now, Cummins is just running around the crease. He goes off over to the offside, back outside the leg stump, over to the offside again, and then it's speared slightly down the leg side, and it's going to be reviewed. It wasn't given as a wide, but Cummins has decided to review that one. And it's a tricky one when you're moving around so much like that, isn't it?
I agree. Look where he is.
I mean, he's way outside the off stump. I mean, his left leg, his front leg comes across, and it misses leg stump by... Now, honestly, if that's considered a wide, I mean, it's almost brushing the leg stump.
Yeah, I don't think that's a wide. And I think he did shuffle. That was not his starting position.
And at the line, it's inside the line on the stumps, out the crease. I don't think you can give that as a wide.
I don't think you can give that wide. If that's a wide, then... I mean, I suppose almost every ball down the leg side is given as a wide, but that's just crazy if you give that as a wide. I mean, if they let the ball run on, and we can see how much it misses the leg stump by.
Oh, no, the wide's not given. This is an SRH review. They didn't give the wide.
No, Sunrisers were reviewing that.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't give the wides.
They didn't give it.
Well,
I think that's the right decision.
Yeah. Well, anyways, let me get some socials in because I haven't for a while now. Into power play 3 and still no sixes. Will we get through the innings without getting over the Toblerone? Jay Grover says, I am not thou financial catamite hendo. Prove thou worth in the open market if ye can afford £8.50 a pint.
This is driven up to long on. They're going to hurry back for a second. Hardick has come on to bowl his final over. They needed that. Oh yeah, I was talking about going to the Oval last Friday. Lovely afternoon there, to be honest. Gorgeous sunshine. They want £8.50 for a pint. £8.
That's outrageous.
It is outrageous. And I wouldn't have got one, but I'd already said to Nick, do you want a pint? I didn't realise it was going to be that. Oh, one short. It's one short. Oh, you always love to see one short. One of the rare.
Well done, umpire.
Brilliant umpire.
Great spot in there.
If it was him, it could have been the third umpire that alerted him to it. So only the one, but it's Aniket facing again. Oh, he's really got hold of that. He's lamped it. I don't really know what sort of shot to call that. It was a cut. It was a drive off the back foot. It's gone over extra cover. 6 runs. Oh. Wow. Second 6, I think, of the third six. Third 6 now. Oh, yeah, that came off the bat incredibly quickly. Brilliant shot. Hardick in again. Oh, no. And he's got all of that as well. He's lamped that well over deep backwards square. It's gone, 15, 16 rows back into the crowd. Consecutive sixes, although Aniket is looking at the bottom of his bat as if he didn't really get it as he wanted. But still, he got enough of it. 150's up, 153 for 5. What was that that came up on the screen? Did it say 35 runs from the last 15 balls? Or
something like that, yeah.
Well, it can happen. Yeah, last 15 balls, 38 runs and a wicket. 3 balls remaining. Hardick in bowl.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I don't think he's got hold of that. That's
catch that.
A drop in front of the man at extra cover, and they've really raced to get back for 2. That's fabulous running.
Lazy fucks.
Let's hope. Let's
Getting very animated, is that?
Let's hope that there isn't a one short for that one. So now we've 15 so far off this over. A really good over for the Sunrisers.
Look at him there. What?
It's all right. Calm down. You're gonna walk this.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. It's never that easy. Don't say that.
It never is. The thing is, they won't go off at enough pace. If they get off to a good start, they'll walk it.
Here is Hardik again, a short one. Oh,
Good
now
ball.
Anaket tries to play the uppercut. The pace off the ball meant that he mistimed his shot. He got underneath it, didn't get anything on it. But they've run through for a single, a bye. 156 for 5. There's one ball remaining, should there not be a no ball or a wide. And the Sunrisers are on 156 for 5. Anaket now has gone to 18 off 8. Cummins has 2 or 3. I guess they would prefer to have Anaket facing this one, but we will see what the Sunrisers captain can do. A 4 or a 6 to get them up to 160, so I think they end up being reasonably happy with that. Hardik in, full toss, and he has got hold of it over deep mid-wicket. Deep square leg. It's a 6 to finish with 3 6s off the final over from Captain Hardik. Captain to captain, and Cummins came out of that much better. 57 for 2 off the last 4 overs. That's good stuff. So there we go. We've got a target to aim at. I still think that Mumbai,
we do have a nice chance of winning this game.
and they've got some pretty good bat. I mean, how great is it as Rohit to do nothing but just come out to bat? I mean, that's the ideal in cricket, isn't it?
Let me get some socials in before, because I think I've been neglecting it a little bit.
Well, it's been quite exciting.
Yeah. Kieran Rosewaite says, it's a scandal that the legendary Gorilla Towers have to sign off from service to an IPL match. Not even an IPL final, just a run-of-the-mill IPL game. Down with this sort of thing. I disagree. Every game that Mumbai plays is not a run-of-the-mill match. We've got our first super chat of the match. Jay Grover says, fuck it, go on then. Sorry for the profanity. Sorry, not sorry. Eric says, no pint is worth £8.50. Steven says, a pint of whiskey. Jay Grover says, down Saf. Horrible. Stephen Kelk says, does the last person to super chat while GC is still at Gorilla Towers gets a special prize? Ooh, that's a nice shout actually.
Ooh.
Jay says, an £8.50 pint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was mentioned earlier. Farong says, Cummins and SRH will have 2 balls to play with.
It's a bit late now.
When bowling the due ball factor. Rich Turner Music says, totally agree with Kieran Roseblade. Farong says, Chahar falls 3 short of his 50. True. Nick Vickers says, Abhi send off, there has to become a jingle. I actually agree. That's a nice shout. Jay says, all the Ambanis give me the fear. Nick replies says, Nick Vickers says, can Paceman Pat deliver? He did, in fact, with the 6 of the last ball. Eric says, and his black and white cat. We've got the second super chat of the day from Jay Grover saying, Hendo looks like a child with a liter of dandelion and burdock. Jay says, Abhi is neglecting his duties, and he's also giving me the proper fear now.
Well, Jay will do that. He will do that.
Eric says, does he also do card hire? I do not. And Brian in Brisbane ends the the chat with beers on the way.
Excellent. If I'd known, I wouldn't have bought this. But there you go. Will Jacks took 2 for 14. We thought he was on a bit of a hiding to nothing, but he's being interviewed now, and I'm happy for him.
He's made it to the big time. He's being interviewed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we said it actually, off-break bowlers in the IPL or in T20 in general are probably the spinners that have it harder, just orthodox off-break bowlers.
Yeah, there's a lot of left-handers though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you do need to have a little bit of turn, a little bit of interest for them out there though. And he bowled really well. He got rid of Travis Head, had him stumped. And I think he should be in the England ODI side instead of Phil Salt. But
that's probably a good shout.
At the moment, Brendan McCullum is listening to no one. Anyway, we should have a little break. we'll play you a little bit of a podcast. And
How do I get the podcast? Here we go.
Oh no! It's on here.
It's on here. Okay.
Go down. No. Where is it, Bear? You do it. Bear's going to do it.
Okay.
Bear's going to do it. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the Mumbai reply.
See ya.
It's the next logical step.
Yeah, well, no, we're not directly backed or anything by the ECB, but we've got, connections with them. We talked to, there's a lady called Kathy Gibbs who's the Dana Military Manager there, and she's great. It's a great idea, kind of looking more at grassroots issues down in Bristol. And kind of connecting with clubs down in Bristol. And it's particularly been my colleagues Zena and Dan who've been working with them. So we've got the report coming out in June, like you say, and we're hoping it might be a blueprint for other that we can then use at for other clubs at other levels in other places.
I mean, there's 18 counties. You already know Leicestershire are doing something. I mean, Middlesex, very closely aligned with the MCC. So everything Lord's doing is very positive in terms of sustainability. That still leaves plenty of other counties. Would you ultimately like to see the Greener Games Bristol event rolled out to every county?
Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, it would be really amazing. I should say there are other counties, I feel awful that I haven't mentioned, who are doing good stuff as well. Edgbaston, they held a green game. I don't know if you remember, it was an England T20 game.
I do, yeah. I think
I rings a bell, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a woman there, Lydia, who's kind of in charge of that stuff, and they've so they were measuring their carbon emissions. So I think one of the crucial things that someone said to me who knows far more than me about this stuff is that, first of all, you've got to work out what your problem is. So you've got to measure where you are, and then you can kind of try and take steps to reduce it in terms of carbon emissions. So they made great strides there. Cardiff and Glamorgan are also doing things. Loads of clubs are doing stuff. But yes, I would absolutely love to see a Greener Games at every county.
And are the ECB directly supportive of what you're doing? I would have thought after the success of Bristol and the positive outcomes from that to encourage local clubs to come and attend at their county to a similar a sort of a roadshow would be hugely beneficial. One, it would be beneficial for the counties because you're bringing in more potential members if you want to look at it commercially.
Yeah.
But as a way to take your message out to people that actually play and people that watch, it's the next logical step.
Yeah, well, no, we're not directly backed or anything by the ECB, but we've got connections with them. We talked to, there's a lady called Kathy Gibbs who's the Dana Military Manager there, and she's great. But yeah, that's a great idea, actually. We need you on board. You've got to come to one of our meetings.
He's ex-advertising, I'm an ex-advertising man. I'll come up with plenty of ideas. I tend to weaken a bit when it comes to implementation.
Oh, exactly. You palm everything off, Tone.
I come up with great ideas, and I just say to the bear, "Can you go and do this?"
Oh, well, yes. and then I have a strop.
Right, so you're both coming then.
Okay,
all right.
Fine.
Consider us.
I'm a technical man. I implement things. He comes up with the ideas,
Yeah.
Anyway,
always.
So let's just remind people that it's thenexttest.org. It's resources, information, and practical support in taking steps to make your club more effective in its sustainability efforts. Would it be fair, Tanya, to say that philosophically it's about working from the bottom up than trying to change the top down, because we can affect what we can affect. We hope that people will take notice at the very, Donald Trump downwards.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. We will write our things to those in power, and hope that they take notice. But like you say, it's easier sometimes to start at the bottom, because those are things that we can do as individuals, and with lots of individuals together, you become a movement.
Which is fantastic, and we're delighted that you've come and shared some of those with us. I mean, just a couple of stats to finish with. By 2050, potentially climate change will lead to 14.5 million deaths and 12.5 trillion in economic losses. Now, I'm not saying an event in Bristol's going to alter that trajectory, but we all love cricket. That's why we exist as Guerrilla Cricket. It's why we follow our international teams. It's why we follow our counties. It's why we play for our clubs. Cricket is at the forefront of the challenges of climate, just by the very nature of what it is. And there are absolutely practical ways that some of those challenges can be offset, addressed, and managed, no matter how small a village cricket club you may be, or an international venue. And Tanya's team at the next test are gearing up, and already are geared up, to find ways that they can help you take those very practical ways of addressing things. It's not changing the world immediately, but it's acknowledging that you can get there step by step, or run by run, if I can borrow Tanya's analogy. Tanya, it's been an absolute delight to talk to you. We are massively supportive of the efforts, and appreciate the fact that someone steps up to the plate, and rather than turning a blind eye and looking the other way, says, you know what, I'm going to try and do something. And that in itself is phenomenal. So thank you.
No, well, thank you so much. It's been great talking to you, and we'll employ you for our game later on this year.
Excellent. We're there. All right. We are going to be doing some IPL stuff, folks. First game Saturday. We're going to be on air for that. So do join us if you get the chance. In the meantime, I hope Tanya's enjoyed her coffee and her Sauvignon. And I'd have just put the coffee to one side. Look at that.
Yes.
I'd have gone straight for the Sauvignon Blanc, I've got to be honest.
Like you did with your expensive red wine the other day, huh?
Well, that is what is laughably called a Guerrilla Cricket management meeting, which is essentially sitting in the pub getting pissed as fart.
Ready to launch your business? Get started with the commerce platform made for entrepreneurs. Shopify is specially designed to help you start, run, and grow your business with easy customizable themes that let you build your brand, marketing tools that get your products out there, integrated shipping solutions that actually save you time, from startups to scale-ups, online, in person, and on the go. Shopify is made for entrepreneurs like you.
Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/setup.
You've got the whole family round for Easter, and that means extra mouths, all wanting something special. So why not save a third on a whole leg of British lamb at Waitrose, keeping everyone happy, except your extra picky niece.
I want more chocolate.
It's Easter. Make it good. Waitrose, food to feel good about.
Selected lines and stores subject to availability. Prices may vary in Channel Islands, Little Waitrose and Partners and concessions. Offer ends 22nd of April.
Exciting Easter deals have arrived at Very, with unmissable savings from the online store for fashion, home and more. Like the Ninja Jewel Draw 10.4 litre air fryer, only £199.
OMG!
And the GHD Dry and Style set, only £199.
Ooh!
Plus there's more time to pay with Very Pay. Shop Very today. Very. Let's make it sparkle. Event ends 22nd of April. Delivery from $3.99.
The Bishop and the Bear, the Bishop and the Bear, and to the delight of everyone, they're here to share jokes and rants and guests and things. Who knows what any fun they'll bring? Not affiliated with the Mad Bishop and Bear pub at Paddington Station. The Bishop and the Bear, bats beyond compare. Buckets of savoir-faire, the Bishop and the Bear.
Welcome back to the Bishop and Bear, and it's a serious subject we're talking about today. The effect of climate change just cannot be ignored in sport generally, and in cricket particularly. Intense heat, droughts, storms and floods.
And we are back as I interrupt the Bishop's dulcet tones to the sight of Rohit Sharma striding out to the middle with Ryan Rickleton beside him. Mumbai are chasing 163 for what will be their second win on the bounce, and might give them a bit of hope in this year's IPL, Abby.
Again, as I said in the first innings, I would love to be Rohit Sharma right now. Play 3-4 deliveries, take the money home to the missus and the newborn baby. Keep them happy.
It's good work if you can get it, although I reckon he would rather bat more than 3 or 4 balls tonight if he can. What do you reckon, Messrs?
Well, I got to say, I think even though they got away with a bit in that last 5 overs, the truth is SRH are in a real big hole. But you never know. With Cummins, he can have a couple of great overs and all of a sudden things change very quickly. The other thing is that if Abbey wins, he's going to be totally unbearable.
No, I'm not one of those. I don't give shit to people who support my rival teams, and whenever they give me shit, I don't say anything either. So I'm a very non-confrontational person like that. But best just be aware, if your team is playing not against my team, I'm going to give you shit.
Well, Shami's going to open up round the wicket to Rickleton, and he flashes his blade at it, but he can't beat the man at point. So there is no run to start. Shami hasn't really had the tournament I think lots of people were expecting from him. Maybe it's a reflection of the lack of runs Sunrisers have had, but he hasn't been in the wickets, has he?
Not really. No.
And so he'll be hoping, as will all of Hyderabad, that tonight is the night that changes. It will give us something interesting, although there have been a few thrillers in the row, so we're due a dud here to keep the Thursday streak rolling. As he's wide on the crease, this time Rickleton does get it past the man in the ring, so it'll be a single out to the backward point on the fence. Mumbai are up and running, 1 run off their first 2 balls.
It's funny you mention Shami not performing well. So basically, there have been memes going around recently by Indian cricket team fans calling for a virgin Jaiswal to come back, a poor Rinku Singh to come back, and a bald Shami to come back. Because ever since he fixed his hairline, things haven't.
It's the old turkey transplant syndrome. That's why I'm keeping mine fading. I won't be able to write if I were to get a square hairline back. As Rohit is on strike for the first time in this innings, it's been a lean run for him. There are questions about how long he can continue. Shami goes over the wicket to him. It's short, and Rohit plays and misses it straight through to Klaasen. Little bit of movement for Shami up front. Sunrisers' energy will be up, knowing that they need an early wicket if they're going to stay in this game. And there was just enough swing away from the right-hander there to beat the bat.
It'd be interesting to see if there's any signs of dew as well, in terms of making it easier for them to bat, because they certainly are not taking off madly.
Yeah.
In the same way that SRH found it very difficult early on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it hasn't looked easy for any of the batters. That time Shami's onto the pads. Rohit can't get bat on it, but they do scamper through for a single. I think that will be a leg by. So 2 from the first 4 deliveries. A sedate start for Mumbai. But as you say, Messers, they don't need to go great guns, do they? If they can keep wickets in hand, they should have control of this chase. As we see Rohit scores none, 8, 13, 17, 18 and 0 not out tonight. So he's going in the right direction. He'd like to get past 20, I reckon. Ryan Rickleton has had, I think, 1 good innings, Abby, and the rest of the time he's been a bit lean as well.
I think actually two good innings.
Shami switches back round the wicket to him. He's on the stumps. Rickleton flicks it to the man at deep backward square.
Oh, they're going to scamper for 2. Oh, good running.
So it's, really well run. That takes Rickleton to 3, Mumbai to 4. And Shami has 1 ball left in his first over. He's already worked up a good sweat under the lights.
I'm glad for their sakes that they did run hard then, because I had images of Abby coming out with "you lazy fuckers" again.
Yeah, I mean, Rohit is not the quickest between the wickets, so I mean, it's a great sign that they ran for 2.
Yeah, I reckon Rickleton would beat him in a 100-metre sprint.
I would too as well.
As Shami is wide on the crease again, he draws the outside edge, but it bounces in front of the man at short third. There'll be no run to end the over. 4 for none after 1.
Abby, I think you're on socials.
Yeah, let me get some socials in. Kieran says, I've got a question. I've seen that some of the gorillas seem to be gentlemen of the larger proportions. Because of this, how often do you have to buy new chairs, or are the chairs are the chairs reinforced?
That's very, very direct of you, Kieran.
Yeah,
cruel.
I must say the ones in the studios have gone through certain
some vet. Yeah,
they've seen better days, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the problems is the changing in and out, because I'm of probably larger proportions than any of the gorillas in the studio, and I'm in the same chair that I've been in for 4 years, courtesy of IKEA. So. But I don't get up too often. I just sit in it.
Jay says it's a necessary job spec so they can sit on Abhi if Mumbai wins. God.
That's true. That's true. We will have revenge.
Yeah. Leah says also hoping for a bare game. Mumbai chasing this within 10 would do their NRR a world of good.
Well, Bear would be happy with that as Pat Cummins opens up from the other end. He starts on a good length on the stumps and Rohit plays it like it's a test match. Shows him the full face of his bat and just taps it back to the bowler.
I'll just complete the message now. Kieran says, I've also noticed that the GC Naked Fun Pawn bot has disappeared. Is it still locked in Tony's bondage basement? Whatever that means.
I've got a theory about that.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll have to fill us in on that, Messers, because I think that predates me, although I think there was some talk of some nudity on one of my first shifts.
Pornbot gets very busy during the English season. I think the problem at the moment is that wherever the Pornbot resides, the hours of the IPL aren't user-friendly for it.
Not Pornbot friendly, this Indian cricket, as that one skews off Rohit's bat. I thought there might have been a single there, but we're planting trees instead, 10 of them. So Paddy Cummins starts with a couple of dot balls. Rohit is now none from 4, the kind of start in T20 cricket that can make you a bit tetchy.
I think he might step down for this ball.
Yeah, do you reckon he's coming down the pitch?
Yeah, he's coming down the pitch for this one.
I've got to say, I love the under 28.5 for the first wicket. I'm getting it in as Cummins bowls again.
No, he didn't.
A little bit wider this time, and Rohit's able to just glide it to the man at backward point for a single. So he's up and running as we're seeing some highlights of my favourite death bowler of all time, Lasith Malinga, coming in, bowling Yorkers on demand with his Ronald McDonald locks. Those were the good old days.
Oh, I think you're doing an injustice comparing those with Ronald McDonald. I think he beats Ronald
McDonald. Messers better than Ronald McDonald.
Absolutely.
No,
well, let's face it, everything's better than Ronald McDonald.
Oh, I do like a double cheeseburger, Messers, but it was you're right, it's a good haircut. I shouldn't do it down the blonde highlights. And we've got Murali and Malinga in the dugouts. It's the who's who of Sri Lankan bowling legends. I loved it when those two used to bat together. A pair of homemade styles. As Cummins stays over the wicket to the left-handed Rickleton. Oh, and it's a beauty. Oh. It's on a good length, a little bit of movement away, and it beats the bat straight through to Klaassen. So 3 dot balls in his first 4 for Pat Cummins. A really good start with the ball for Sunrisers, but they'll want that wicket to feel like they're really in this game because they've got a subpar total to defend.
No,
yeah, I think you're right. Two wickets preferably in the power play are key for Sunrisers. Without them, I think they're in deep shit.
I mean, Rohit is a walking wicket anyway, so you mean 3.
You're such a good supporter, a fan of your own team.
No, it's called being realistic. The guy hasn't contributed at all. He takes the biggest purse of all the players home. I mean, not really. He takes the second highest, but still, for someone who's being paid the big bucks, the guy hasn't stood up for us over the past 3-4 seasons, and I've hit my limit, honestly. I don't support Rohit Sharma. I support Mumbai. So yes, the guy has won us 5 trophies and whatnot. He's won 6 IPLs in total. I couldn't give a rat's ass of what he has done in the past. Give me some runs now.
Well,
a bit of passion. I like to hear it.
Proper passion from Abby. He's back on strike as Rickleton managed to skew one down to deep backward square. So, Cummins goes full to him. It's uppish, but it just
well fielded actually.
Bounces in front of the man at point. So Rohit will get a single to end the over. 3 from it. Mumbai 7 for none.
Great over.
Let me get some messages in. Farong says can easily be changed. I think he's talking about the GC Naked Fun Pawn bot. And Kieran continues, I have done the research on the tree planting. In true BCCI style, a few thousand acres of Indian tropical jungle have been cleared and and logged, especially for the 10 trees for dot balls of the IPL. My above statement may be untrue. Jay says, it's not a theory. GCPB is known, not a grass. I don't care as long as people stop accusing me. And Leah says, I like the fact that now both Chahars have played for Mumbai but never at the same time. That is true.
As Shami continues to Rohit, it's short and wide. Rohit gets out that trademark
two.
There's a misfield, so they will get back for a second comfortably. Yeah, I do vaguely remember on some of my first Gorilla stints, Jay being accused of being the GCPB.
Yes, he was. So was I at one stage.
Were you, Messers?
Yeah. I just had the right accent.
Right, so just 9 from the first 13 balls here. So
get going.
Yeah, they'll want to find a boundary because Sunrisers were slow out the gates, and as they tried to speed up, they lost wickets in bundles. So Mumbai will be wary of the same thing happening to them. As Shami beats the bat again, they found a nice lengthy in Cummins, and just a little bit of movement, enough for flat-footed Rohit to swing and miss. So certainly some interest for Sunrisers here.
He's trying to force the issue, and I mean, I'm not against that idea, but do it sensibly, please.
Well, and it hasn't looked like the pitch where anyone's been able to really knock bowlers off their length, as there's a man all painted blue in the crowd with Rohit's name on his chest.
I think it's a plea that's going to fall on deaf ears. I mean, if you're going to ask anything in the IPL to be sensible, you're stretching a point.
Yeah, well, I think we had that covered up since 2008. You're not going to get anything sensible.
Not necessarily a league known for nuance. And this time, Rohit skews the top edge, and it has gone all the way, I think, for a maximum.
Yeah, I'm going to get the jingle in.
So, I mean, that is absolutely remarkable. It's just, well, he's had a big swing at it. It's got the top edge, and it's risen pretty much all the way to the boundary. What do you have to say about that, Messers?
Well, I mean, of course, your commentary is completely wrong because it hit the boundary and went in the air, so it couldn't have possibly been still rising.
It wasn't rising all the way, Messers. I'm having some poetic license, but you know what I mean. It was...
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's really interesting is...
he squirted that through. That might be 4. No, it's not. I think it might be 2. Okay.
This is so similar to the Sunrisers start.
Yeah.
Because they were scratching a lot for the first few
crawling around, and so you've got to think it's the Wankhede pitch is not as friendly as it often is. Although that was nice from Rohit. He gave himself room, stepped well outside leg stump, and it was just a back foot punch which almost made its way to the fence. NKR was out to cut it off, And looks like a little bit of dew is forming on that outfield. The stopper is out. So you'd expect it to start coming on slightly easier to the bat. Shami really has worked up a sweat for a man who's bowled 10 balls.
Yeah. Again, it's the Mumbai humidity and heat. Oh my God, taking a dump in Mumbai is the worst fucking feeling.
Really too much information.
I think that is more than we needed, Abby. And that is classic Rohit Sharma. It wasn't that short, but he's given it a front foot pull. It's into the second tier, the second maximum of the over, and Mumbai are up and running.
No, and I'm sorry I have to put it in those terms, but genuinely, if you're going, even if you, let's say, obviously there are lots of flat systems in India, right? So if you just go down a flat, just using the stairs, you'll be sweating. Even if you live on the second floor, first floor, wherever, you'll be sweating because it's Mumbai. So you get the heat and the humidity. It's really bad. It's really bad.
I get that. It's interesting, isn't it, that that's the first 6 of the match, I think.
Not really.
It's two sixes.
This time he's gone over the offside, but he hasn't beaten the fielder. One bounce to the man at deep backward point. So the overall end with a single, but it's a really good one for Mumbai. 17 off it.
Yeah. I mean, the pressure relieving over, I would say. It's nice to see Rohit actually force the issue for once and succeed. But let me get some messages in again. Sorry. Jay says, Annie, read it right. When have I ever tried to hide my filth? Farong says, so should Rohit retire if he makes double figures? No, I never said that. It's good that if he scores runs, but just do that on a consistent basis. Leah says, going to record a podcast after the match with Ajit. Also going to meet him on Saturday as he is in my neck of the woods. And Jay requests a link from her for that. And Kieran says, the heat and the humidity. Mumbai is just like my bathroom the morning after a curry.
This time Rohit's gone high, and it's going to be long enough. I think it's well into the stands. So he is really going 25 off 13 now. Another maximum to start the 4th over.
Yes.
So
when I said it was first 6, I mean the first 6 in the power play. The only 6s in the power play actually have been hit by Rohit, haven't they?
Yeah, and he looks to have played himself back into a little bit of touch here. It's funny, as Hendo was saying, sometimes it just takes one shot and that can turn your innings on its head. Rohit
and Abby will love him again by the end of the night.
Sorry? Yeah, no.
Abby will love him again.
No.
Lovely. It's down the track and he's played a glorious cover drive. It can't beat the man in the ring, but they get through for 1. So Rohit's got 26 of Mumbai's 31. Ryan Rickleton is 4 from 6 at the other end. He'll want to get in on the act.
Yeah.
I've lost my unders bet, and
I mean, that's not unusual.
And Sunrisers need a wicket.
Yeah. I'm sensing the feeling around here is that people think I'm a Rohit hater. I am not. I was his biggest fan until he started playing shit for Mumbai. And he's done well for India, obviously, especially in the ODIs recently. But if you play for any team, you're up for...
So basically you're saying you're a fair weather fan.
Yes. I want him to do well. I'm a well-wisher at the end of the day.
I think that's fair enough, Abby. This one skews off Rickleton's inside edge, out to the man at deep backward square. There's just 1 there. It brings the man we're all talking about, Rohit Sharma, back on strike. I reckon he's thinking boundary again.
Probably,
Indeed, he would be, yes.
And that's the thing. No player is bigger than the game, bigger than the team. If the player is not performing for the team, like Pandya wasn't last year, neither of them were actually. They're all up for constructive criticism. Obviously, with that you get the trolls, but I don't care about the trolls.
I'm not entirely sure constructive criticism is what I might regard what you've been saying about him.
And he steps across his stumps this time. He looks to heave it out to the leg side, but it beats the bat, goes through to the keeper for a 10 trees planted, which I think Sunrisers will feel like they need right now. It's been the last 10 balls, they've gone a bit.
Yeah.
That one was so high, it got snow on it.
Yeah. I think he tried. That didn't come off pretty much. Again, Messi. I disagree with you. All my points were valid. That literally, to have a look at his stats for Mumbai over the last 3-4 years, he did perform in the 2020 final. He scored a 50. And as I said, I love him when he plays for India in the ODI format. He didn't perform well in Australia when he played the Border Gavaskar Trophy. So I'm not wrong. I want him to play well. He just doesn't. So
Cummins goes full to him. It's wide though, and Rohit finds the man straight at cover. It was a very low full toss, and he dug it out straight, flat catch to Travis Head. So Sunrisers have that wicket they were looking for.
Another one bites the dust. I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
Cummins again.
Paddy Cummins.
I do think Cummins is a very, very good bowler. He's just so smart. Yes, occasionally he goes, as they all do, but he plays really intelligent cricket. He's my favourite Australian cricketer by miles at the moment.
Izzy Messers, I think he's a much improved T20 bowler. I really like what Josh Hazelwood's been doing at RCB, but I've got to say the one I warm to the most, I think, is Travis Head.
I don't like it. I think Bumrah and Cummins might be on the same stratosphere of cricket intelligence.
I agree.
I think both of them are really smart when it comes to their bowling. And I think Bumrah has matured after his big injury that he had, the big layoff that he had, and he's augmented his cricket, senses in, if that makes any sense. And I think Cummins was always smart, but I think both of them are really smart as of now. And if I had both of them on my team, I'm winning most of the matches. I'm not worried.
Yeah, absolutely. The interesting thing about Cummins is you look at our original jingle for Cummins, it was all about him being injured all the time. And yet he's been consistently fit, occasional niggles, but nothing major for the last few years.
Wow.
Yeah, you do get that with such bowlers. Bumrah is known to be injury prone. Cummins was known to be injury prone. Like, wasn't it a fact then when he came into the Australian side, he had a major layoff?
I think he played one test and then was out for 6 years or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But his recent track record, he's been pretty healthy, hasn't he? He's missed the Champions Trophy, but I think that was more of a kind of workload management rather than anything.
I think it was. I think he was also on recreational leave with Alyssa Healer, performing for the next generation of Australian cricket.
No, Messers, that's Mitch Stark's wife. That would be drama if that was going on.
Oh, sorry, no, that was Stark who was off for that. Yeah, sorry, I did get that
unless you got an inside scoop that you're sharing with the Gorilla audience.
No.
Well, having promoted Surya Kumar Yadav to 3 last time, they're back to Will Jacks at 3, which I just cannot understand for Mumbai Indians.
I think they'd view Jacks as expendable. That is why he's been sent up, especially since his power play is still going on. I think the rationale here is, if he gets like 20-30 runs, 24 off like 10-11 deliveries, all well and good. And then if he gives up his wicket, we've got Surya and Tilak to come, and then Namandir if we need to accelerate at the back end.
I hear you, Abby, but I think Tilak Varma would love to be batting 3, wouldn't he? And you've got to play your best players where they want to bat. I just don't see Will Jacks over either Sky or Tilak. This time Rickleton's gone high, but it's beating the men in the ring. It's bouncing, it's plugged, it won't reach the boundary, so there'll just be 2 there. But Mumbai keep on moving. That takes them to 34. I just think that you put your best batters in the slots where they want to bat, and Jacks has got to fit around Tilak and Sky.
But then again, you've got like 4 players jostling for the same position. It's not really ideal. You've got to make some choice, and I guess Mumbai have made that choice, and they have to stick by it, die by the sword.
I mean, a lot of guys who'd probably want to bat 3 in that top 5, but I thought that it was positive that they made the change. I'm surprised they've gone back, but I'm just a man sitting in an armchair. What do I know? So Sunrisers are riding Shami here. That he's into his 3rd over. I guess they've got Harshall, who's going to bowl at the back end. We haven't seen Escher Malinga, who's can be a 2-2 bowler. He's round the wicket to Rickleton, who can't find the middle of the bat. This one's off the inside half, but there's a misfield, so they'll get one.
Why am I smelling a head type of innings from Rickleton?
Well, I think he's a really talented player. I was very impressed with a Test 100 that he scored against Sri Lanka. I think his first one just before Christmas, and I like him as a 3-format player, but he hasn't quite found it this IPL. Can be a difficult league for overseas batters to adjust to.
Yeah.
And I thought
He's also having a similar timing issue to what Head had in the first innings, isn't he?
I think certainly the ball isn't coming onto the bat as well as the batters would like. That was a slower ball from Shami. We haven't seen as many of those from Sunrisers as we did from Mumbai. This time he's short and into Jax's pads, and you'd have to say Will Jacks misses out there straight to the man at short mid-wicket, so it's another dot ball. Where are we? 35 after 4.4, so they're ahead of the rate. 128 needed off 92.
I think they're going at 7, aren't they? 7-ish.
Yeah, just about 7, so they're not ahead of the rate.
Not really. I think they have to go 8.
Your maths is better than mine, Abby. But I think
they're currently scoring 7.5. They need 8.3 now. Can you look, please, in the waiting room just to see if Toby is there to come back?
How do I look? Hold on. He's gone downtown.
Slower ball, full and straight from Shami, and Jax has pumped it over his head. It beats the man at mid-off, and it goes to the fence.
I can see Nigel.
No, Nigel's Messers.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Nigel is you, actually.
Oh, that's Bear.
There's 2 iterations of Guerrilla Cricket.
It's Toby... Toby will turn up. That's what Bear is reassuring. Let me get some messages before I go. They're taking the piss out of me in the comments because I support Mumbai. I don't like the city Mumbai. I support Mumbai. It's a confusing thing.
So the last ball of our he's wide. And it's dropped at cover by, I think it's Travis Head, who's just caught one. This time he had to dive a little bit for it, but it was at a good height, the kind of ball he'd expect to catch, and he's made an absolute mess of it. So Mumbai get a lifeline. They're 40 for 1 after 5. Bear is hovering next to me. He's going to come into the hot seat.
Okay, and I will be back for you for the climax, if you'll excuse the expression. Well, sorry, I'll keep covering until we get there. Kieran Roseblade says, Bombay is way better. You don't have a granddad who eats telly mix, do you? Bombay mix all the way. Do Mumbai have a mix named after them, Abby? Abby's buggered off, I'm afraid.
He has indeed.
Kieran will be back later. And the Bear is with us. Is Toby in the waiting room, Bear?
No, he's not, I'm afraid. Do you want to hang until
I'll hang in here
turn
then.
up, yeah. You want your pillow?
Oh dear. Hendo, armed with beer, is about to take his position in the Jingles chair, which is good to see.
Escher Malinga, not related to Malinga, but hey, he's going to bowl, and his first ball is worked around the corner, down towards long leg. It'll be a single to Will Jack, 6 off 5. Just got dropped by Travis Head, lucky man.
Dear, well. Travis Head. I mean, the thing is, he's a keeper, really, isn't he, Travis? Doesn't keep that often these days.
Doesn't keep that often these days, but yeah, if you keep, you should be able to catch those.
Oh goodness, that's
a very catchable catch for a professional cricketer.
Well, that's a 9 out of 10. You take those, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it happens. It happens.
What makes you think Travis Head is a keeper? You're thinking of Wade, I think.
Am I? Maybe I am. I thought Travis Head was a keeper. Where did I get that from? You know what it's like when you get older, Messi.
Oh, fuck yes. I mean, he has played as a wicket-keeper, but...
That's what I thought, yeah.
He hasn't got a single stumping on any of his stats, so he can't have done it that much.
Oh, it's me. You're two talking. Rickleton's gone over the top. Didn't think he got that much of it, but mid-off was up anyway, and it's gone... No, it hasn't gone over the sponge. It's 4. Just bounced just inside, and it's 4 runs. Toby has arrived.
I am. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yep. And I'll bugger off.
Bye-bye, later. See you in a bit.
Marvellous.
Yeah, he's been in pretty impressive form, has Rickleton, in the last few months in various forms of the game.
That one's dropped short, pulled hard, and well in front of the man who is at long leg, and it will be 4 runs. And see, 16 off 12, 49 for 1. Well, I can't remember. They were on about 65 and 7 overs.
I got pretty. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty quick, and then
it slowed down, didn't it?
But it wasn't. They were never really in control. Abhishek Sharma got 40 off 27, but he didn't.
Yeah, he was never really.
He could have been out. Well, he could have been out first ball.
Yeah,
probably should have been, and a couple of catches almost went to mid wicket.
Yeah, exactly.
He had a bit of good fortune. It was actually as he was beginning to get going that he got out.
Yeah. Off and away. Yep.
Yep.
Rickleton, full toss, driven nicely. Beats the man at cover, go for 4 runs. 3 on the trot. 1-4-4-4 this over.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary.
It's an absolute gift, that.
Yeah.
Absolute gift.
Something that Sunrisers have to be really careful with, because when you look back to the way Mumbai bowled, they just gave them absolutely nothing.
Yep.
And if Sunrisers let Mumbai get going, then, you know, with the lack of runs that they have to defend, it's just going to be over before we know it.
Yep. I won't get my last 5 overs. Yet again. Yeah, but this is nice from Rickleton. 20 off 13 now, so it's amazing. 12 of those have come from 3 balls.
Yeah.
Bit of a struggle up to that point. Yeah, I mean, Mumbai gave it away a little bit in the last. I mean, 2 bad overs, one from Chahar and then one from Pandya.
Chahar, I don't know what he was playing at with that bowling around the wicket.
That was bizarre.
It was bizarre. Clipped down towards long leg. They get through for just a single.
Well, this could be the last beer I ever drink at Sydenham.
Could be. Oh, yeah, you're not here next week.
Well, I'm not here next week, so this is probably the end for me. Look out the window and see those planes coming into City Airport.
What are your guys' favourite memories or most, the first ones that come to mind?
A lot of very messy memories from the
World Cup.
The World Cup, yeah.
World Cup 2019.
Oh no, I wasn't here for a lot of the World Cup 2009.
Oh no, of course you weren't. That's right. But yeah, that was probably a good night, a good day, good evening. And Messi was here for that. I believe he was over. What else? I suppose
some of the Ashes, the early Ashes, all through the night were quite messy.
Oh, messy, yeah. But I'm thinking in terms of memories of good cricket and great cricket to watch. And
I can't remember most of that.
No, I can't. It's all gone out. Done so much.
Done so much cricket.
It's just it's really hard to.
Well, we have a change of ball for some reason. Don't know why. Unless it's fallen apart.
It looked like the seam might have split, perhaps.
Maybe.
Right. Okay. I was just wondering, did we get many entrants in
the GPL?
In the GPL, yeah.
Probably just messy.
Probably just messy. I was hoping that, as it is the last day in Sydenham, potentially.
Just messy. Oh no.
No.
Minsk Boo 69.
Oh yeah, they've.
So 393.
Ooh, we can't get anywhere near that.
What did they get? 150? No. In fact, no one can get anything.
No one can get anything.
No.
Messi Jez 463.
Well, I don't know. He thought
I suppose, the way that
SRH and Abhishek was batting.
Easily.
Why you got to let it ride. Oh, outside half of the bat. A bit of a misfield by short third man, but they will only get 1 instead of 4. If it had raced past him, certainly would have been a boundary.
Yeah, so that wasn't a great over. Time out. Time for you to do some socials, Toby.
Yeah, I mean, most recently, Messi's just said it was an excellent day for the 2019 World Cup final, despite England almost winning.
Oh, cheeky.
Definitely not bitter, is he?
I mean, one of my memories is, of course, that brilliant innings by Ben Stokes in, the same year, wasn't it? In the Ashes at Headingley. And I had to leave just as it was boiling up. I thought England were going to lose at that point, as did most people, because it was my mum's 90th birthday. I had to run over to And then I was trying to look at the BBC, and then I was listening to a bit of Gorilla. I think Andy Ward was on, and I was sick about missing the end to that.
I was stomping around M&S in Blue Water.
Really?
Listening to us, yeah. Getting really tense. Lena was trying to buy the kids some shoes. I was running away to the corner listening to the crazy cricket.
Yes. Well, it's what we do. It's what we do.
It is indeed. Are we having a timeout?
We are. Shall I play us a marketing jingle that will make you all give us lots of money?
Hopefully.
The best things in life are free. Just like Gorilla Commentary, we need money. To Patreon, that's what I want. .com/Gorilla Cricket. We need money. Patreon.com/Gorilla Cricket. I don't like the BBC.
Oh no.
I prefer Gorilla Commentary. I want money. $20 for the archive. That's what I want.
Or just buy a t-shirt. In fact, I think if you're on the YouTube feed, if you go down, there's loads of
there's a couple of links there, I think.
Links to get merchandise. So we need to be planning a new t-shirt for
the summer.
For the summer, don't we? Absolutely, one or two. Anyway, patreon.com/Gorilla Cricket. You'll get things like the Bishop and Bear early before anyone else does, and access to various good things which escape me for the moment. A mug. You'll get a mug.
Yeah, the archive.
You get the archive. You get the
access
archive.
to the Discord group.
Access to the Discord group, which I went on for the first time in ages earlier today, and discovered that there hadn't been a Hendo rant since August last year.
Oh my God!
There you go.
I think we're about to start some cricket again. It'd be nice if they did.
It's a shame, actually, isn't it, that we weren't on air yesterday? That would have been a fitting end. A super over. Yeah, that would have been great.
You never know. Could get one today. Doesn't look likely. Has to be said. Zishan Ansari. Don't think we got a jingle for him.
Have we not?
I don't think so. You can have a look.
Probably got one for Zafar Ansari.
Yeah, we certainly have. That's a great jingle.
It was a good jingle, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, he's a leggy. I don't know anything about him. And he clips the first one, does Will Jacks, out to deep mid wicket. Out of the power play, 5 men out.
Generic IPL guy! IPL guy! Does he bowl? Does he bat? Is he a keeper in a hat? No! Generic IPL guy!
Yeah, generic IPL guy.
Oh, there are a dime a dozen of these leggies.
Well, they are. There's a lot of them about now. Swept. Oh, there's an appeal for OBW. I don't think it's coming back, really, was it? And it was going across. It probably hit him outside the line of off stump. And it certainly wasn't coming back. It will be a dot ball. No point in reviewing that one.
Yeah, it's very he's very slight, isn't he? Zishan,
yeah.
Spindly almost. Look at the very thin arms he's got.
Yeah, exactly that. Next ball is attempted cut by Rickleton, but he gets an under edge. It goes out to the covers.
What do you think, Toby? He's quite quick through the air, isn't he? He's quite speedy.
Yeah, it's I guess he's quite a modern leg spinner. That's kind of the way you'd see a lot of guys coming through now. Don't really give it a lot of flight, because if you do and you get it wrong,
you get hit. Ooh, now that's a googly.
That was.
And Rickleton has tried to slog sweep it. He's missed it. And Bale's been taken by the keeper, but I do think he didn't move his back foot out of the crease. And I don't think he lifted it.
He did overbalance slightly, didn't he?
He did, but he always managed to keep his foot was still in touch with the ground, I think.
He's got a very quick wrist, hasn't he, Zishan? Just looking at that replay, it's a really good googly.
Yeah.
And but the speed of his wrist, even in slow motion, looked really exaggerated.
The Kyron Pollard's now coach, don't play anymore, no?
Do you know? I don't know, to be sure.
Do you know Toby? I presume he's a coach.
Was that Kieran Pollard? He's in the squad, I think.
Is he in the squad?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, he's gone. Rickleton slapped that one. It was a pretty sharp ball, really. It was quite short. It was going across him. He tries to cut it, but he's cut it aerially, and he's hit it straight. There's a good catch by a diving man at cover. I didn't see who it was.
Pat Cummins, it was.
Was it Pat Cummins?
Yeah, it was Pat Cummins.
Bloody hell, that was acrobatic from Pat.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. As you say, I mean, perhaps he got the wicket for the previous ball in a sense, because that wasn't a great ball.
No.
It was a bit of a half tracker. No, maybe not so bad, but it just stood up. And he's carved that, and it's a really good catch, actually, by Cummins away to his right.
Indeed. You have to say goodbye to Ryan Rickleton.
We do indeed. He won't be happy at all.
Wow. So...
Oh, is that true?
What?
Oh, hang on. Oh, are we going to look at a no ball potentially here? Because Rickleton has been stopped as he was just the other side of the boundary.
Well, he's gone then, surely.
And we're going to look at possibly a no ball, I guess. I can't think what else it would be.
I was wrong. Pollard is not in the squad.
Okay, so he's on the coaching staff. What the fuck are they reviewing?
Well, it has to be for a no ball, doesn't it?
Front foot. Maybe he's grounded it. Do you reckon when he's diving?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
They're looking at whether
keepers
no gloves in front of the stumps. Oh, that's evil, man.
Yeah,
that's
that has
fucking
no
evil.
effect, does it really? I mean, if it's a stumping, I understand that, but that's a bad rule. That's a bad law.
That's a really bad law. That's outrageous.
It's not out. He's going to walk all the way back.
Did he go over the? Did he go over the fucking sponge? Because once you do that, it should be gone anyway.
Well, I thought that was the case. Cummins doesn't really know what to make of it at all. That is a no ball. Rickleton can come back out. Would you believe it? It's one of these.
I'd love to know if Clarkson had done that before in the over and they just hadn't checked it.
Yeah. I'm going to say, isn't that obviously probably correct? It's almost like, oh, well, we need to keep him out there for some reason. That seems dodgy as fuck to me. I mean, the laws are the laws, but I mean, come on.
It's a long way in front because it's, if you even are in line with it, it's a no ball. So
yeah, I mean, you could argue that if he is doing it to gain an advantage, you could argue that he is hoping to take the ball if he misses it, so he can just brush it straight onto the stumps for a stumping. Thing is, if you do that, it's going to be picked up, isn't it?
Well, he's probably not doing it.
No, but if he is doing it, I'm wondering.
I don't think he's doing it on purpose. I just think he's just acting as a keeper. You know, he's following the ball, and the fact is that it has no effect on that delivery whatsoever.
No,
I mean, it's fine if the wicket is taken, then it's something that maybe should be looked at. But I don't know. It seems a bit odd.
It's harsh.
That's going to give him the yips, isn't it? Surely, it would give him, as a keeper, you'd be wondering every time. Shit, am I gloves in front of the? You'd be worried about that more than anything else. Take a step back, I suppose, but.
Yeah, I was just being devil's advocate. I'm saying if he is trying to gain an advantage, you could argue because he is so far in front. It's weird. Oh,
and then we get a wide.
We do. So we've still got the free hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Apparently those links don't work. Says Messages. I just wanted to tell you that.
I thought there's actually a shop or something that's attached to it. There's a free hit. It's gone down to long off. Don't have to catch it. And so he lets it bounce in front of him. Stops it. Makes sure it only goes for one. Rickleton moves on to 22. Are we still in the 7th over after all that?
Yeah, he absolutely smashed that actually, didn't he?
Yeah.
And it was only one bounce, but it went very, very flat indeed. So he's only gone for 4. He can get out of this over, and it looks okay.
Yeah. Tossed up, nice. Nearly a full, nearly yorked him really. Pitch is just in front of him. You know, jab it out, can jacks into the offside. There is no run, and that ends the over.
Very good over there.
Yeah, he went for 4.
Yeah,
considering he bowls 8 balls as well.
Yeah,
only went for 4.
Absolutely.
Not a bad effort.
And having to throw a 3 hit in as well. So yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Any socials?
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a few in here. I think Farong says after the fall of the second wicket, Mumbai 1 for 7, Sunrisers 9. Well, oh, sorry, this is odds. There we go. I was thinking. I'm not sure how you can be 1 down after 2 wickets. Mumbai 7-1, Sunrisers 9-2. It's very heavy favourite.
9-2. Ooh, Sunrisers are favourites.
That can't be. That's wrong.
That doesn't sound right at all.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Otherwise, you could hedge that quite easily. Bet on both of them and guarantee yourself money.
Who else have we got then? Kieran Roseblade says, batsman not being happy. I watched a programme on happiness recently, and it turns out 6 out of 7 dwarves aren't happy.
What?
Oh, you see, one of the dwarves.
Right, okay. That's a bad joke.
Very bad joke.
That is. Sure didn't come from one Mr. Tectoni.
I'll have a look on 365 and see what it has down as the odds.
I've got 365 up. They're not at the moment. They're terrible during the IPL. They don't give the odds up quick enough, man.
Right, it's change of bowling.
It's
going to be a man that Abby is not very fond of.
The next guy up is Harshal Patel.
Oh!
Hold on. Harshal, first ball, drilled up to long off. Should only be a single. It is. Play the jingle.
I will play the jingle. The jingle I'm going to play is this one.
Super Chat Cash, Super Chat Cash, Super Chat Cash.
Jay Grover has given us £5 glorious. He says, after binge watching Slow Horses the other day, I have a horrible fear that Toby is going to sell me out to MI5 or 6.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I saw you talking about that on, I think, Facebook. I watched the first series. I'll come back to that.
Harshal is in, pulled by Will Jacks. It's fine. Out to deep mid wicket. It'll just be the one. I think that's Ishan Kishan out there.
Kishan, yeah, absolutely. I watched the first series, and everyone's been telling me how brilliant it is. And I thought it was okay. Have you watched any of it?
No, I haven't, but everyone said how amazing Adolescence was, and I was a bit kind of like, well...
I thought Adolescence was good, apart from the 3rd episode, where he was being kind of grilled by that therapist.
And see, that's the thing, and that's the whole thing that everyone thinks it's amazing about.
I know.
It's all about the incel shit, but, you know... I wasn't so sure if it was all about really that. That's pulled nicely. Who pulled that?
Rickleton.
Of course, he's not out. Stupid no ball.
He's still there.
Have you watched all of the Slow Horses, Hendo, or just the first?
No, I've only watched the first series, so I don't want anyone, in case... there's 4 series now?
Yeah, 4 with 2 more coming out this year, I think.
Yeah,
2 more series in a year.
They filmed 2 at once, so it's actually it's almost like old school where it comes out, every few months rather than 6.
Yeah, that is a big problem with a lot of these series on Netflix. That's pulled hard.
Lovely shot.
Well,
Rickleton 4 more.
They're really suffering for him not being out, aren't they?
They are.
Oh dear.
I will say, Hendo, that it definitely gets better. I thought the first series I thought was alright.
Oh, really? Okay, it gets better. Yeah. That's good news.
What was it about?
It's about this sort of branch of MI5 where they send to a sort of a particular office, a sort of very decrepit office, those that have not quite made the grade at top level, as it were.
Oh, now that's a top edge. It's going to be caught. It is going to be caught. Well, they do get Rickleton eventually, unless... Well, no, Rickleton can't have his... because he's standing back. Because it's a faster bowler, so he won't have his hands in front of the stump, so it will be out unless he's bowled a no ball. He's trying to slap it over the offside. It's got a thick top edge. It's gone just behind square. And I didn't see, was that Pat Cummins again?
No, it was Travis Head, I think.
Was it Travis Head? It's a slower ball, yeah. He's just taken all the pace off it. It's a fat top edge. lost shape completely as Rippleton.
Well, it's so wide, isn't it? That's the thing. It's on the guidance line, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a slower ball out there. I mean, I suppose he was slapping it so well that he thought he was in great nick. But he has got to go this time. Gone for 31 off 23. His second innings was probably better than his first, to be honest. 69 for 2, is it not? Yeah, so Jay, don't give me any spoilers, because I know you. I got the impression that you weren't over impressed. I think you were initially impressed, but then I got the impression that as it went on, you were finding it a little bit.
It's got Gary Oldman in, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. It's got some great actors in it, but it's, as I say, it's the first series. I just thought just wasn't as good as people make out. And, you know, there is this.
The thing is, you have to discover it yourself. When
Yes.
someone tells you something's really good, then you go, "Oh, really? I'll watch it," and then you can be very disappointed.
Yeah, well, of course, but I mean, it's not necessarily if it's just someone you know, but if it's just everyone is saying it's great, and the whole hype. I mean, but so much of this is PR, isn't it?
Well, exactly. I mean, there was a lot of hype around White Lotus. I've never watched any of it. There's a lot of other things.
I hated that. I
Really?
watched the first couple episodes of Series 1 and just rubbish.
Yeah.
I have to say, I quite liked both the first two series. I haven't watched the third series.
Apparently the third's even better.
Harshal. Oh, well, it's getting rated. It's getting a little bit slated.
He's got the last. I think the last episode was slated. Yeah, the finale.
Yeah, that's worked into leg side out to move wicket, and there's no one the greatest ever send off series episode. I've got to be Breaking Bad for me, because a lot of series at the end, you know, they have 5 or 6 series.
Don't tell me, I haven't watched it.
No, I haven't. Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
But a lot of them, you know, it's the final ever episode of this series, and it's been going for 7 years or whatever. And then it's a real disappointment because they sort of close off all the loose ends in a really pat way, and it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, really?
Yeah.
Whereas the last episode of Breaking Bad, it goes full on. It's great.
Well, I've watched the first series of Breaking Bad, and then I watched the first episode of the second series, and I haven't been back to it. But this is, well, I'm literally talking 5 years, because my partner was in Goa, and that's why I started watching it. I binged it, and then when she came back,
2, 3, and 4, 2 and 3 are great, and it tails off a little bit, but then it picks up again as well. Anyway, enough about that. Sky's in. Woohoo! How quickly is he going to get out? That one's played up to long on, and they'll get a single. Or is he going to score 95 in 20 balls?
Well, yeah, you're never quite sure, but I'll jingle him up nonetheless.
Surya Kumar, Surya. Now I know the others might have let you down. Not too late to wait.
Wow, that was a fucking cracking delivery. It's a googly again, isn't it?
Yep.
And Surya Kumar's.
No, it's Jax, wasn't it?
It was Jax, sorry, yeah. He's come forward not to play a particularly aggressive shot, but he's nowhere near it. He doesn't get forward enough. Comes
Straight
back
through bat and pads.
I think he got an inside edge on it.
I thought so.
Yeah, got an inside edge on it, but I mean his bat and pad was so far apart.
Horrible.
Went down Vatican slice-like towards finding, did it go to the boundary in the end, or did someone get around?
Yeah, going
4
to the
rounds.
boundary.
Fine. I mean, that was a lucky 4. On the back foot, slaps it, but straight at cover. Cummins fields. I think it's Cummins. It is.
Yep.
We've got some more social messages coming through, and there's one which I think is really important for everyone in the comments to get involved in, and especially I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. But Beshutez Kurza says, I'm a Mumbai fan, but I have to say the cheerleader costumes for SRH are much nicer than the Mumbai ones. Do you guys have strong opinions on that?
Well, I have strong opinions on the fucking dancers. That is played out to the offside, and they'll get a single. Most of them, they don't seem to have any rhythm, and there's only 3 of them most of the time. I just don't get it, to be honest.
Well, sometimes they seem really good, and then other times they just look like they can't be bothered.
Yes, I know.
Which is fair enough, I suppose.
I think it's just whenever the camera picks them up, if they're...
That's it. Ooh, now there's a
tight.
bit sweep. I think it's probably pitched
It's
outside
off, isn't
and
it?
I think it's a standard leg break, and so if anything, it's going further away, and it's not going to be given. They don't even bother thinking about an appeal. It's a dot ball anyway. 10 trees are planted.
I do like the look of this guy.
Yeah, I do as
Zishan,
well.
Zishan Ansari. It's following very nicely. Having said that, though, He'll now go for 2 6s.
Well, maybe. Syracuse facing. Sky.
There it is.
Hit for one. Slow swept down the leg side. An outrageous shot.
At least you called it, Henry.
I did call it. It's one of those.
We can't get here for another because that's the last ball of the over. Thank God.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So he moves on to 8 off 4.
82 for 2. Was that 9 gone?
9 gone. We've got one more over, and it's a change. What's going on next?
We've got Abby. Abby's on ball by ball. So if you're a Sunrisers fan,
this could be entertaining.
It will be very interesting. Yes.
Nick's going to do some socials. Toby, you're going to hang about for do some summarising.
Yeah. Another 5 overs. Could be the final 5.
Could be the final 5.
It's the youth wing. The youth wing are.
Oh yeah.
The youth wing are going to be.
Everyone under 30.
Is Nick under 30?
Well,
no, I think he's about 30, 35, isn't he? I thought that's what he said the other day to me when we were at the Oval.
He's young compared to me and you.
Oh, well, God, yeah. So is everybody. Rahul Chahar, another Chahar, is coming on to bowl.
He looks gangster.
I'm just trying to see if we've got a jingle for.
Don't think we do.
No, can't see it. Can't see it.
Might have one somewhere. You have to search for it, Henry.
God. Let's have a look.
Well, his first ball just goes on with the arm and is punched out to the man at cover. And there is no run.
And he's another leggy, isn't he, by the looks of things?
He does look like another leggy. He doesn't really spin it. Seems to be the way to go these days. Dropped that one short, though. It's toe-ended it. Oh, he's only just got enough on it, but he has got enough on it. Will Jacks gets 6 over Cow Corner.
Right. Well, I have found a Rahul Chahar.
So what teams do you play for? Mumbai.
Yeah, I'm going to find it.
So if you go to Mumbai.
Yeah, hang on, I've lost it. I've lost what I don't know what I do. I moved it across. Where did I put it? Not sure.
He's at Sunrisers now, if that helps. But he was.
No, I just moved it across on in the. Oh, there he is. Down the bottom. I put him in Hyderabad. I've done the right thing.
Well done. Look at you.
Look at me.
Fucking tech savvy.
Indeed. I'll jingle him after this ball.
We call him Tech Hendo.
Tech
Go
Hendo.
Tech Tony. That's full and really tried to throw everything at it. Jacks timed it perfectly. He got out to the man at deep cover. It'll be a single.
Here we go. Oh, it sounds like a very, very generic one.
Rahul Chahar.
Yeah. That's from a long time ago.
There is another one. I'll move that across.
Just put it on top of the one you just did.
Oh, never mind.
I don't know.
Got both of them in there. I'll do the Mog version after this ball.
That one goes sort of top. I mean, generously you call it a top spinner. It's a leggy that doesn't spin. It's just played square on the offside and you get a single.
Here's Mog.
Maybe you have a dream of holding a perfect ball, winning the final game, but when you wake up, you're Rahul Chahar.
Well. That one's bunted up to long off and it'll be a single. Oh, that's it. That's us out. 10 overs done.
Absolutely, going at 9 and over. 72 required off 60. They've got wickets in hand. It should be a cakewalk. But no doubt Abby will be...
Superfan Abby is going to come in and give you 5 overs of ball by ball.
He'll be taking nothing for granted.
Indeed.
Toby, if you can just stay there and do some wibbling and some socials while we make way for... The new crew.
The new crew, yeah. Most of the socials seemingly is about TV now. Obviously more interesting than the actual cricket that's going on, which it pretty much looks like Mumbai are gonna walk this now. You'd have to say well ahead of the rate. Slowed down a little bit, but they're going pretty comfortably now. Will Jacks 22 not out off 17, and Syracuse Yadav 9 off 5.
Looks like they're cruising, Toby.
They really are. That's exactly what I was saying.
That's it's got enough into the stands. Will Jacks moves on to 28, and Abby, who is taking a seat next to me, is onto the ball by ball.
Right then, sorry guys, I had to take one last piss at the Gorilla Towers, you know.
One final
Yeah.
one final piss. Hopefully not a final six.
Really well played by Jax. Goes downtown and Anant Ampani's happy. Ansari in. Oh, and he slammed that right back at Ansari. That must have been pretty hard, right?
Yeah, that was hit hard.
Yeah. 97 for 2. Jax reassuring Surya that he's not going to do anything stupid, which I highly doubt. 6 of the first 2 deliveries. I think if they keep this up, it might be a cakewalk. And the towels have come out. Ansari doesn't look too happy about that. I wouldn't be either.
No, I wonder if we could be in for a ball change. What is it, 11 overs?
Yeah, something like that.
With 2 leg spinners bowling in tandem.
Yeah. That is paddled down for a single to Cow Corner.
They already had a ball change, I think. just a few
Yeah.
overs ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Toby?
they
Okay,
did.
oh, I
think
missed
so.
it.
I missed. Yeah, forgot about it. But what do you think about this, Toby? How do you think Mumbai have fared?
I think really interestingly, Mumbai have already hit more sixes in their innings than Sunrisers managed in their 20, and they're only halfway in. So I think that's kind of summing up the big difference between the two sides.
Yeah.
Sunrisers didn't really get going.
Yeah.
I mean, Abhishek was all right at the top of the order, but
Yeah.
other than Travis Head was at less than a runnable,
Yeah.
Ishan Kishan less than a runnable,
Yeah.
this is already less than a runnable, and then it took until Klaassen and the guys at the bottom of the order to really up the rate enough.
Yeah.
They're all way short.
That is cut away by Surya. Someone got a hand onto it, but that might just trickle to the boundary. Will it? No. That's Ishan Kishan sweeping up there in the deep. They steal a double. So that's 9 of the first 4. 100 comes up for Mumbai. And I think they've handled this pretty well, actually, because I had my doubts earlier in the green room. I was speaking to Nick. I told him I think they need to play Harshal Patel and Zishan Ansari pretty well.
But they've taken the game away from Sunrisers in the last 5 overs.
Yeah, they certainly have, and it looks fairly well at this point. Hopefully nothing stupid, so that I don't have to rage as I have to go back home. I've raged enough today. The trains are absolutely horrific today, and I cannot deal with them. Again, that'll be a dot.
Well, it would take something disastrous to send you home with a frown from here, Abby. 63 or 56. This should be really quite straightforward.
The only way this day could get worse. The thing is, hold on.
Oh, we're coming back.
Oh, okay, we're back. Okay.
Few technical glitches in Gorilla Studios going.
Oh, he's gone up. Is that 6? That might be 6. That is another wonderful 6 by Surya Kumar Yadav. That is 106 for 2 after 11.
Beautiful stroke from Sky.
Kind of semi-helicopter that one. He kind of started the flist swizzle. And didn't quite finish it off, and just with a little flourish at the end.
But there's a real sort of flick of the wrist there, wasn't there? Lovely.
Yeah. Clean strike. Didn't look like it was going to land anywhere else but into the stands, and even he's happy with it. Mouth's open, as it usually is for Surya Kumar Yadav.
I think he was a bit surprised by how nice it came off the bat.
Yeah.
And so, I've forgotten my 6 jingle. Let me do that.
Let's get that. Who's on socials? Are you on socials?
I'm on socials.
Let's get some messages then, shall we?
Yeah, first up, Jay is saying Abby on ball by ball. Mint in capital letters. Yes, Jay, we love the enthusiasm. Leah is saying, Toby, just call me Leah. Everyone will know me. That's gone. Kieran's saying, Breaking Bad was out ages ago. A bit late to say no. Spoilers, Hendo. 10 years late, Hendo. Farong is saying, the last time I watched a TV series as such, it was at various tea stalls in Bangladesh. The series CID Mumbai, based on crime fiction. Abby knows it.
Yeah.
And then we've got some chat about Severance, some chat about adolescence, all the hit TV shows here as Eshan Malinga's back into the attack.
Oh, I used to love CID. It's a crime.
That's like crime scene.
Crime detective show. It's lovely. And it's pretty. The amount of memes that have come out of it as well is pretty funny. This is me just reminiscing about my childhood, which was pretty fun. But yeah, again, we're seeing highlights of that wonderful stroke by Surya Kumar Yadav. There we go again. Oh, just lifted that up. Pretty nonchalant, isn't he? He doesn't look like he's stressing.
No, he's always a pretty laid-back customer.
Yeah.
And when he's timing the ball and hitting it in the unorthodox areas that he does, I think there aren't too many better batters to watch. I love him.
Yeah. That was just one of Ishan's first delivery. I hate it when people just put Ishan. He's a Malinga. Put him in that umbrella, please. He's a Malinga at the end of the day.
But
even if he doesn't follow the action, that is a dot to a short gully. No, sorry, not gully. Gully is on the 30-yard circle. But I think they have their overall performance has improved a lot, hasn't it, Toby? In this, ever since that Delhi win. Obviously, they won by the barest of margins, but I think they look like a solid team now, Mumbai.
Yeah, I mean, on paper they've got a really strong 11. You know, the fact that when obviously Rohit Sharma's come in as their impact sub, but you know, to have batting, you know, Santner's coming in at number 8, I think it'll be. So that's more than deep enough for him.
Oh, that is picked up by Surya Kumar Yadav. Absolutely inventive from Surya Kumar Yadav, and that is a 4. Ishan's not having a great day, is he? And I think, why is the score? I forgot. Oh, 111 for 2. Shall we have some boundary jingles, please, Nick?
We've got one of these.
And if you kids can't listen, and you bound to see
things you mentioned as well, Abby. The fact that they sometimes win a tight game just get the team going and almost just gives them a bit more, not to say freedom, but they kind of starts to feel a bit more, you know, you have to be lucky sometimes, really.
Yeah, and I think they've sort of been all right all year, but they haven't quite put it together.
Oh, that is sort of flicked down to square leg. But again, it's funny you say that. So basically, the thing with Mumbai is we never start well. We never ever start well. We in 2015, in the first 7 games, we lost 5, won 2, and we went on to win the IPL title. So that does say a lot about us. We just need to start well, but we never do that, and we haven't won the first game since 2012 or something like that. We never do.
Imagine you do start well one year, you might actually win some titles pretty comfortably.
Yeah, no. The thing is, the year that we win the first games, we never win the title. So I always hope we lose the first game. Pretty weird. But that is a dot to short mid of Ishan's 5th delivery. 112 for 2. I can see that the super chats have dried up. So if you're watching us, please do send us some super chats. Not that we do this for super chats, but they do always help.
Send us off in style. Gorilla Towers is bowing out after a long, proud innings.
6 of the first 5 deliveries. Let's see anything happens. Oh, that's wide. That's horrible from Ishan. He's gonna have to bowl that again.
It's another pretty loose delivery from the Sunrisers. They've definitely not been as accurate as Mumbai. That's something that was really impressive in that first innings. The amount they hit their Yorkers, particularly early on and throughout the middle. But you know, so far it's been a little bit lacking. The accuracy from Sunrisers. You can see there's been a fair few wides, quite a few no balls as well, and there's just an easy way to
way more loose deliveries than what Mumbai bowled.
And I don't think they've gone slower ball as much as Mumbai.
Yeah. Oh, that is another full toss, and that might be 4. That is wonderful batting from Jax. He moves on to 34 of 23, and that's just left 46 of the final 8 for Mumbai Indians to get.
And it was another one of these. And we're drying up on the socials just as we need a couple of super chats to send us off. Jay is saying, even with the youth wing on air. Well, I've never been described as the youth wing before. Please remember your elderly listeners, our brains don't operate as fast as you. Think Jonathan Price. I reckon you're doing yourself a disservice there, Jay.
If he can type that fast, certainly he thinks that fast. No, he thinks faster because you have to type it out, physically.
There we are. Abby's logic has tied you up in knots, I'd say, Jay, as we've got Paceman Pat coming back.
Yep, Pat Cummins in for his 3rd over. Mumbai going at 9.75 runs an over, and they're down to 46 of 48. Should be a cakewalk. Please give me a 50 so my parlay's hit. Someone, Jax, I think he's the guy.
Yeah, it's less than a run of ball now for the first time in the innings.
I'm staying on ball by ball. Anyways, that might be 4 again. Oh, that is wonderful. Again, fantastic batting by Surya Kumar Yadav. 4 more.
They keep on coming.
Number of the day.
Just helps it on his way over the short man, short sort of backward point as well. Just uses the pace from Cummins.
Yeah, I mean,
another quicker ball.
That's not even
ball when you need him.
I really doubt that is the optimal delivery to the field setting that is being put out. If you're going to give that much weight, a batsman like Surya Kumar Yadav is always going to pounce on it.
I think if you're going to go short, well, he obviously didn't mean to go short and wide, but he's got to take the pace off really there.
Yeah.
It's probably meant to. Oh, he's done it. A little, there you go. That's the one.
That one stayed down. And that fielder has been moved back, in case you didn't catch hold of the field setting. So definitely slow and wide, I think, is what Pat Cummins is planning. Just looking at some highlights from this partnership, 52 of 28. I think if SRH had gotten a couple of wickets in this period, the game would have been more interesting, but it certainly hasn't panned out that way, much to my delight. So that means United aren't going to win tonight. That's the feeling. I feel this is what's been happening ever since I've been watching sports. One of your teams win, and then the other one doesn't.
Doesn't help when one of them's Man United, Abby. They
certainly
can't win for love nor money.
Yeah.
But I think Sunrisers might look back on that harsh Ryan Rickleton call, bullshit Ryan Rickleton call, and wonder if that was a game changer. But they left a few runs out there with the bat, didn't they? And I wonder if Mumbai are getting to the stage where they're thinking about net run rate here.
Yeah, just finish it off quickly. Get a 50. Someone, please get a 50. I need a 50. But Cummins in for his fourth delivery. Surya Kumar on strike. Oh, he's picked that up. Absolutely wonderful. But that is going to be a wicket. Oh my God, I spoke prematurely. That's a quick fire 26 from Surya Kumar Yadav, but he has to depart.
Yeah, really good ball there from Cummins. Just seemed to rush Sky there a little bit.
Yeah, but he's obviously disappointed, as I would be. But anyways, well played. Great partnership with Will Jacks, and I think he has done his job for the night. High on the bat.
Yeah, nice little cameo. Yeah. And the most exciting thing that's happened since we've been on air.
Yeah, we've got some super chat.
It's our favourite man, Jay. He's saying he's doing some heavy lifting here, thou coats.
Oh, what does thou coats mean?
That one beats me as well. Is
you might need to explain that, Jay.
Yeah, Jay, you're going to have to expand on that and fill us in.
Yeah, I'm already speaking my third language. You don't have to make it more difficult for me.
As Tilak Varma comes to the crease.
Tilak, I think this pair should stay on until the end, unless, God forbid, Jacks, gives up his wickets to make this match a little bit more interesting. But since his disappointing innings against RCB, I think Tilak has been a man on a mission. He's got 250s in his last two innings, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's looked changed player since being retired out. Let's give him a jingle while we're waiting for his first ball.
Oh, some lovely jingle there. I wish I had that jingle for me and Tilak Varma's locks.
Yeah, he's got a flowing head of hair.
Yeah. Comes in to finish his over. Starts off with a snorter. That might be wide. Is that? No, it's not. But it's been a great over for SRH this one. Just 4 off it, with 1 to come. Not that it will bother Mumbai much, but I guess at this point for SRH it might be damage limitation, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's too little, too late.
Yeah. And I think another thing as well that I sort of didn't even really sort of think about until just now that's very baffling from Sunrisers is they've used Shami as their impact sub outgoing. They obviously thought about that from the beginning, but it just meant their batting was nowhere near deep enough, really. Because I think just one of those where if you're a top order batter and you see that you've got Pat Cummins coming in at number 7, even if there might be opportunity of bringing another batter in, that's always just going to be in the back of your mind. It's going to try and hold you back a little bit, and you could see it with Head and Abhishek Sharma a little bit. Sharma obviously managed to get going a bit more, but Head just and Kumar Reddy a little bit just weren't able to really be as explosive or as free as they were last season when Sunrisers were so dominant.
Yeah, true. And I think NKR has disappointed a lot, as this is quoted off for a 1-2 short long on. Yeah, they had, thing is with SRH, I think they were banking on NKR to be a huge success, but he has disappointed massively this IPL, hasn't he?
It's been a slightly tricky sophomore album for him, and I think they haven't quite found that combination in the middle. They tried Abhinav Manohar and abandoned him. They tried Kamindu Mendis for a couple of innings and then quite quickly moved on, and now they sort of, I'm not quite sure what their combination is. They seem to just be going 6 batters, 5 bowlers. Yeah, it's been one of those seasons for Sunrisers where I think they'll look back on it and wonder what might have been, having opened up with that huge score in their first game, and then aside from the chase at Punjab the other day, they haven't found it at all. I wonder if they started to believe their own hype a bit too much. I saw Klaassen standing on a stage in Hyderabad talking about how Head and Abhishek might get him through to 300, and I wonder if there was just a little smidgen of overconfidence coming into this season.
That was definitely going to be a long shot. They did batter us last year, 277 or something like that. They scored against us, but that has not been the story over here so far. So Harshal Patel in for his second over, he went for 11 but got a wicket. In for Tilak Verma. Tilak, I think, is scrambling for a single. They will get it, but that was well fielded by Aniket Verma there.
I wonder if it's a little bit sort of Bazball-esque in they're sort of trying to be so brash with everything and so committed to their one way.
Yeah.
That when it doesn't come off, they're left in a really awkward position.
Yeah.
And you see with their squad that they've built, they're definitely a batter short.
Yeah.
And because they've got Sachin Baby and then they've got a 21-year-old as guys on their bench, and you could maybe go for Baby, but he's 35 now, or you turn to someone sort of perhaps very inexperienced and very young.
Yeah.
And either way, you're not putting yourself in a great position, really. So it shows perhaps that they weren't really thinking that any of their batters were going to struggle for form, or that they weren't going to look to maybe bolster their batting anymore. So just something that perhaps they overlooked in their building of the squad.
Yeah, and definitely they could play Abhinav Manohar if they're batting first, and then switch him out for a bowler. That is wonderfully played by Jax. Oh, and even better fielding there in the deep. I wonder who that was. Probably Shami.
I think it was Shami.
Yeah, and he limits it to just a single. The space on by Harshal Patel, not something you see of him. Or that was Ishan Malinga there at third man. Wonderful dive there. Definitely saved 3 runs. Deft hands there from Will Jacks, and that would have certainly gone for 4 if not for that dive put in by Ishan.
He not spilled it at first, but he sort of parried it away at first, but managed to regain it before it looked like it might have bobbled over the boundary. So he did very, very well to grab that and stop the boundary.
That is driven by Tilak Verma straight to NKR at short cover. Just the 2 runs of the first 3 deliveries. 1-2-4 for 3 after 13.3. As we are seeing, Harshal's wickets since IPL 2023. Slow delivery take the lion's share, 67%, and the stock delivery has got him the wickets 33%. I mean, it's not unusual. We knew his strengths, which is a slower delivery. But he's in again, full and flicked off the bats by Tilak just for a single.
I wouldn't be surprised as well if a lot of Harshal's, that 30% of stock deliveries, a lot of those are Yorkers or at the tail.
Yeah.
He's obviously very deadly at the end of an innings when wickets are they come much more often. So perhaps he's maybe got a few more even there. I'd be interested to see if that stat might change to top order batters or top 7 batters, for example.
Yeah. I think the SRH just need to, recollect their thoughts. Just think about how they're going to approach the latter part of this tournament, because mathematically they're not out of the equation to make the playoffs.
Yes, win 7 of 7 from here and I reckon they'd be in it, but it's a tall order.
But they do have to take a look at it. That is pulled away by Jax, not timed really well, so he'll just settle for a single. Again, a quiet over, 4 of the first 5 deliveries, as we are seeing some Will Jacks highlights on the telly now. A wonderful flighted delivery to get Ishan Kishan, and the second one sort of a hack by Travis Head straight to long on, and Sandner did the job for him. If he does get a 50, I think he does. He's in for a man of the match performance.
I think he's likely going to get it anyway, unless Tilak Varma goes ballistic here.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. Oh, steps down but does not connect really well, and that scored it down to fine leg for another single 2 for round of the over. 127 for 3 after 14. 36 needed off 36 deliveries. Nick, on the socials, please.
What do we got on the socials? Leah is saying, here's something that should become your fourth language, and it's some German that I'm going to attempt. Gott für den Dammschrick Verscheiber was for the Sky.
The B letter is pronounced sir, so it becomes Scheisse.
Well, I'm sure I made an absolute fucking mess of that, but I think it's what was that shit, Sky? Are we right, Leah? Give us a sign.
Gottverdammt.
Jay is saying, see you next Thursday in Lewisham, quite possibly, Jay, if not the Thursday after. Leah is saying, challenge, name a band with a shite first and an amazing second album. What about Nirvana, Leah? Bleach, followed by Nevermind. I think Nevermind much better than Bleach or Radiohead.
Yes.
Ben's followed after Ben's coming after Pablo Honey.
When was OK Computer?
That was number 3, I think.
And I'm in Rainbows.
That was much later.
But that's a lovely album.
And I've got to have this one before we get back to the cricket. Jay is saying Patrick Swayze live on air in Toby Reynolds. Don't put baby in a corner. Absolutely love it.
14.1 from 127 for 3 as that was plotted down for a dot. Don't know what Hardik is signaling there. He's slapping his thighs.
Not coming fast enough for his liking, Abby.
That is picked up by Tilak just for I think they might sneak in a double here, but that was an awkward shot played by him. No pace on the ball whatsoever. Nothing to work with for Tilak there. And that brings Jax back on strike. He is on 36 of 25. Going on really well. As you see there.
Since the run rate shot below 6, they've definitely taken their foot off the pedal.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, a mix of clever bowling, but also perhaps they realise now it's kind of a walk in the park and they don't need to go for it. But it's, net run rate could be crucial. You've seen over the last few years how often it comes down to net run rate for that sort of 4th spot in the playoffs.
Yeah. And Mumbai are no strangers to knowing the importance of net run rate. Back in 2014, we had to chase 195 and 14.3, which we did. So, courtesy of a Corey Anderson 95 runs innings. Anyways, Cummins in. That is slapped by Jax straight to Zishan Ansari at mid-off. And that puts an end to Jack's innings. Well played either way. That is another wicket.
Fuck off! Just fuck off!
Well, you're putting a jingle in. Is Avi not just taking over the mic?
Yeah, that's just Avi on the mic. Well, they're stumbling over the line, aren't they?
Yeah. This is making him a little bit nervous. I think he tried to go over mid-off there, but did not find any elevation. He sort of slapped it. I think if he had just insisted on going upwards, he could have gotten the elevation, but he did not. Cummins with the wicket. 128 for 4 after 14.3. That brings Pandya on the crease. He looks disappointed. I wouldn't be. Played well. But I think we should jingle in Pandya.
Let's give Hardik his jingle. Here he is.
And in breaking news, Hardik Pandya.
And we have this strategic timeout. Do I smell Ace SRH come back or do I not?
No, there's no chance. If they come back from here, Mumbai have absolutely bottled it. So
that would be a real shit the bed, wouldn't it? I mean, it's going to have to take something catastrophic. But suddenly the timing seems to have gone.
Yeah.
Let's retire Tilak Varma out and make it an interesting finish for us to send off Gorilla Towers in style.
Certainly. Oh, man.
And am I off now? We've got another 7 balls. Let's do some socials while we're on
let's go.
Timeout. What do we got? Jay is berating me. No, Nick, that was my translation of Coates. You lost me, Jay. You're going to have to dumb it down for me. Leah's saying very good answers. And yes, it meant shite, but much more offensive. Give us the full translation, Leah. Go on. And Jay is saying maybe my assumption of nimble youthful intelligence were misplaced. Absolutely, Jay. My youth is fading. I've had 3 beers, so my intellect is waning also. Yeah, just middle-aged mediocrity here as I struggle to, what's the word I'm looking for? Juggle the socials and the jingles and watching the cricket. It's all going on.
Multitasking, Nick.
Yeah.
You've only got 3 more balls to go next, so
3 more balls, and then I can relax into my Easter weekend. I will say a sad farewell to Gorilla Towers, but looking forward to getting into the new.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah,
slightly closer to home for me than we are here. So that's always something nice. And Jay is now saying, "See you next Thursday." I'm onto that one. I'm not quite that thick or that drunk just yet, so I finally picked up on a bit of Jay's wordplay. And so how are we feeling, Abby, about Mumbai now? 3 wins out of 7 games?
No, let's not count this as a win yet, okay? You have to get over the line. I'm not counting this as a win yet, because, again, I don't want to get complacent or anything. I just don't want to get ahead of myself.
Well, strange things can happen in cricket. We saw it with KKR's chase of where Yuzi Chahal got a couple of wickets and panic spread through the dugout. But assuming that you get the win here, 35 needed off 33, do you think you're still in with a sniff for the playoffs?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's not to be 6 points approaching halfway into the tournament. It's not really that bad. Obviously, I would have liked a couple of wins more, but that's not going to happen with Mumbai, is it? So, anyways, next coming up on IPL, we have got RCB versus Punjab. That is tomorrow, but the competition here resumes. 14.3, and he starts off with a bouncer to welcome Hardik Pandya at the crease. Not what he must have expected, really, but he let that go.
I think a victory here for Mumbai is obviously very, very useful. But actually, when you look at their next 3 games, as important really. CSK up next, then Sunrisers again, and then Lucknow, who are currently a couple places ahead. But after this, it looks likely Mumbai will leapfrog them.
Quite a nice little run those 3.
Yeah,
exactly. Really
as Pandya plays that for a deft 4 to a wideish third man, and that is his first boundary since coming back into action.
Yeah, lovely shot there.
Yeah,
very deft. All the pace there from Cummins.
Yeah, something to relieve the pressure that was sort of made up by Jax losing his wicket, and he plays that really well with aplomb, as I should say. I feel much more confident about Pandya as a batter, and just as a cricketer now. He was a bit iffy with the bat, but Cummins here, that is wide. He's going to have to bowl that again. Not what SRH need at this point when you only need to defend about 30 runs now. But here we look at the wicket again, straight to Ansari. He's exasperated, isn't he? He's played well. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, he did his bit.
Yeah, he did his bit. Yep. I needed a 50 though. I'm not going to get my 50. Someone.
You could definitely tell though that Jackson started to get bogged down, and he often does this when he slows a little bit. He almost tries to overcompensate and gets a little bit frustrated.
Yeah.
And there just tried to force a shot that wasn't really on.
Yeah. Cummins to complete the over. That is pulled away by Hardik with authority for another 4. That completes the over. 137 for 4 after 15.
Classic Hardik shot for one of these.
You kids can't listen and you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary.
Let's get some socials, have we?
Yeah, the last ones before I depart. Jay is saying, I got Coates from the Grade Cricketer. It seemed a nice placemaker and stopped me getting banned for a wee while. I like it, Jay. I'm going to adopt it myself. Leah is saying, goddamn filthy copulation excrement is the full translation. And Jay is saying that's one of his favourite Mog albums. Good old Mog, the hardest working man in music. We're missing him today. And I am off. Hendo is into the hot seat with his pillow. I will see you all.
See you guys next week.
See you, Toby. See you all in Lewisham.
Absolutely.
137 for 4 after 15. 26 needed of 30, and Ishan Malinga is back into action to complete his third over. He's been pretty expensive today. 26 of his first 2, with Tilak Verma on strike. Let's see what he can serve up now. That is pulled away by Tilak Verma for a single. I thought that might have raced to the boundary, but I spoke prematurely, as I always do.
Right, I'm on board by ball. The bear is coming in, but he's having to visit the woods first. And Abby's going to stay here instead of Messi because it's his team and he wants to see them over the line. And
hold on, what have I
they're
done?
going to get over the line very, very soon, I would suggest. Ishan, none for 27 into his third over. Tilak and Hardik. A couple of lovely boundaries from Hardik. Really lovely boundaries. 25 required off 29. It could be the last Hendo and the Bear in Sydenham. In fact, it will be. In comes Ishan, bowls a foolish ball. A little bit of swing there, I thought. He waited for it, Hardik, and just eases it out slowly to the boundary edge at backward point.
Are you on board by ball?
I'm on board by ball now.
Okay,
Yep.
I see.
Yep. You were on board by ball.
I
just now.
was,
Yep.
yes.
Yep. Not a bad day for Will Jacks, certainly in terms of his figures. Couple of wickets, 30-odd runs.
I think he's more of a mature performance from him of sorts. I think
Ishan in, bowls full and straight, worked to the left-hand side of long on. They'll take a single, 140 for 4. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I think thing is, with Jacks, you could see that he was struggling, and he needed an innings of this sort to sort of settle into the tournament.
Yeah.
I expect much more from him from now onwards, knowing that he can bat in a mature way.
Well, he has got 100 in the IPL, hasn't he? I think.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. Absolutely. 23 required off 27. Ishan in again. Singles from the first 3 balls. That one.
They're going to
trouble here. Direct hit. Brilliant piece of fielding. I think that was Travis Head. He's knocked back one of the stumps, running in from mid-wicket. But I think they're safe. He's hit the middle stump.
That's pretty amazing, really.
That was
I think he was home.
I think he was home. It was a good ball. He was cramped for room. Just worked it, pretty close to Travis Head, who swooped on it through while prone. It isn't Travis Head, is it?
No, that's NKR. I wonder how you got them mixed up.
Sorry, I just saw the moustache, I think, or the sort of facial hair from the way he moved. It was really,
you're just getting old, Hendo. That's the truth.
Well, I have misidentified a couple of people today. It's true. Ishan round the wicket now.
That is picked up.
That's a good shot. That's gone very flat indeed. Over the top, though, of mid-off, and there's no one back for that. One of these.
See you later, Nick. Nick's headed out.
Later, Nick.
Nick is heading. Next stop, Lewisham. He'll enjoy that because it's nearer to him, isn't it? Lewisham, I think, a little bit. He picked that up really well, didn't he? Almost like he scooped it up, but still timed it. He's leaning back, wasn't he?
Yeah. To get that elevation.
Yeah.
If he was standing up front, it would have gone straight to mid-on.
Now that's a full toss. He's coming down the wicket, and so meets it quite high on the back, gets it out to deep mid-wicket. A single, and they are flowing in the late ones of these.
Super chat cash, super chat cash, super chat cash.
Should I read them out?
Yeah, do them.
Yeah, Leah says, I think it's a toss between Mog and Dan Swano. Some super chat from Rich Channel Music towards the Sydenham Blue plaque.
Excellent.
Jay says, all of Mog's work is heartbreaking, staggering genius. I might have to dabble into that. And Jay sends us a super chat saying, forget the plug, here's some bakshish, which is Persian for, or Farsi for gift, I think.
Okay, thank you very much, Jay. Still got time to be the last super chat of the Sydenham era.
Yeah.
It'll go down on Wikipedia. Was something wrong with my Wikipedia at the moment? On my phone, I don't know why, but anyway, 146 for 4. Anyone else got that problem? 16 overs gone, 17
just
required.
You,
just me.
You. Yep.
17 off 24 required. Harshal Patel The much hated Harshal Patel, as far as Abby is concerned.
Yeah.
Why do you hate him so much?
Because he's effective.
Because he's effective.
Well, he's got to be very effective here. This wasn't particularly effective. It's a short ball. It's pulled. Great effort out there on the boundary. I think there was Travis Head in the end.
It was
not the original piece of fielding. Let me finish. I think it was palmed off to try. No, it wasn't even Travis Head.
No, it was Ishan Kishan.
I've
got that wrong completely.
Listen, there are 11 Travis Heads out there. He's keeping wicket. He's on the boundary. I imagine they got 2 runs for that, did they?
Yep.
Yep.
It's so the Farsi word for gift is bakshish, I think, and in my native language we say bakshish as well. So
short ball again pulled, and
straight to
more
Ishan.
directly.
That's Ishan Kishan, by the way.
He's a similar build to Travis Head, to be honest.
What, Ishan Kishan? Tiny.
Yeah, chunky little chap.
Well, he is. Yeah, it's only because he's small.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Small, chunky.
Bottom of the they've won 2 out of 6 SRH, and where Mumbai they've won 2 as well. So both of these shoot up 1 place, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah. I mean, it should net run rate should. Well,
yeah, that's why I thought they might finish this match quicker, but guess not.
What do they need? 14 off 22. Harshal will now bowl to the right-handed Hardik.
Is it true to say that Mumbai's fortunes have changed since Bumrah's come back? Or has he been bowling since the beginning of the tournament?
No. He's come into the side and we have won games. So
Harshal bowls. Launched over.
6.
Good effort. I think. I'm not even going to try and say
that's Cummins.
I thought it was Cummins, but I was going to say it's gone for 6. He put in the dive to his right. It would have been a good catch. Seen them taken, but couldn't quite get there. 8 required. It's all going to be over very quickly. I'm not going to get my last 5 overs in. Let's do one of these. Oh, he's just got his fingertips to it.
Oh, do you think he could have got 2 hands on that? Do you think that was a bit of a...
No, I don't think he's that agile. Oh, he's a good fielder.
Yeah.
In again, bowls. Now that skews off the outside edge, but it's cleared. Both the men backward a point in the circle, and it's 4 more runs, and it's almost over. 4 required off 20. I reckon it'll be done in the next ball. 159 for 4. They're going to have done it with the best part of 3 overs plus to spare. You would say so. Very happy Mumbai Indian owners,
and some very happy Mumbai Indian fans here.
Indeed.
I might be the only one here, but
well, it's not that we're not fans. We're just not fans of anyone. Really.
Yeah, that's
we're fans of cricket. Yeah. We're fans of cricket. So 13 runs off this over. And
go on, finish it. Give it the big one.
Hardik's looked great since he's come in. Yeah. Well, that shot wasn't great, but previously. Harshal in, and he smacks. He absolutely smears it, but straight at long off. So
who's that on the boundary?
Execution.
Hendo.
Stay of execution. It's Travis Head, undoubtedly. Slower ball that was. 160 for 4. 3 required off 19. And I think now what we've done. Sunrisers 3 times in this Thursday pop-up, and I think they've lost every game. I think they've been rubbish.
That's not even the worst part of it. His cap came undone. That's the worst part.
Yeah, you're right. He could have done a Simon Jones there, couldn't he? Yeah. With his knee going into the turf. Short, smashed down to third man by Tilak. So again, a stay of execution.
Oh, you're gonna have another.
Gotta have another over. 161 for 4. Off 17, 2 required to win. Let's do some finals.
Yes, let's. So we need 16 runs, 6 wickets in 24 balls to reach the super over stage of the match. Come on, Hendo. Collapses on.
Yeah, I'm normally good at taking wickets. Yeah. Or I have been recently.
Jay says, Hendo, you've got to try and stop writing your Wikipedia articles. That was just making up stuff.
I don't have a Wikipedia page. I'm talking about Wikipedia in general.
Leah says, Bakshish is the German word for bribe. Bakshish is a pretty global term now. It's a lean word, obviously. Lean when I get asked, Jay says. And Leah replies, sorry, meant loan, obviously. But I get the joke. Jay says, I'm just being a code, and Leah says, as long as you're not being an anorak, whatever that means.
Oh, an anorak. Well, it's an idiom for someone being a little bit nerdy.
Oh.
Ishan is going to be has the honour of being smacked for the final runs.
Yeah. It's only fitting that a Malinga bowls the final over at the Wankhede.
Yeah, he's not the other Malinga, is he?
Oh,
ball is very high. That's going to be all over.
No,
it's going to be a no ball and a
get him off.
down.
He should play another game. He's taking the glory away from the game. How do you ball that shit and get away with it?
Well, that's got to be over, hasn't it? That's got to be over. If that's a no ball,
that's such an
and he's got a
anticlimactic.
single. Did they take a single?
No, don't take the fucking review. Fucking hit him for 6 and then end the match.
One required.
Oh man!
So we're going to see if this is a no ball that has already been bowled. If it has been, so the game is over based on this review.
They're already trumping out.
No ball not given. Apparently. Ooh, that's a no ball.
I don't know because it's got to be waist height when it's at the standing match. Yeah, but his back brace is also his back leg is also braced, and it's got to be actually over the point of the line. I don't think that is a no ball.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, does it? One way.
No, it
another.
matters. I want to end this game
with a
boundary.
Six.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Give me a boundary, so I can say get in. I don't want to say get in and on a fucking single.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay. Well, all the Mumbai players and coaches are down, sort of on the edge of the field. They're waiting to shake hands with the opposition after they win it. Jay has sent us another one of these.
Super chat cash, super chat cash, super chat cash.
We're just looking at the original
fair delivery.
Delivery. Jago has sent us £2. He says, respect us in glass raised. Absolutely. Right, Hardik will face up to Ishan. And he's in. And it's a Yorker. An attempted Yorker. And Abby has gone too early. It's a premature celebration because he toe-ended it. It looked like he'd hit it well, but he's hit it straight to Ishan.
Yeah.
At deep mid-wicket, not Travis Head. It's 162 for 5. Hardik, he just plays cameos these days. He looks so good when he's out there, and yet he just gets out.
But that's what he's there for. He's a big hitter. When
I know.
I mean, he looks good when he does it, and he can get like 45 off of 15 balls in the last 5 overs, which is what he's out there for.
Absolutely.
Oh, what? They're checking the bat size?
Yeah. Narayan had to change his bat because that cheating fucker uses a thick ass bat.
Like a railway sleeper.
What? So
they have a little cuff to put it through.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what happened just now?
Yeah, that's what they do I don't know who started it, but it's a great thing because cheating people like Narayan shouldn't play like that.
I mean, Christ, you can use a normal bat and still hit it a long way these days.
Yeah, I mean, as if you haven't got enough advantages as a batsman. In he comes. It's a full toss. It's played defensively by the new batsman Naman, and it's fielded at mid-wicket. There is no run. They're taking their time over finishing this game off, Mumbai.
Mrs. Ambani is happy. I am happy. The Ambanis are happy in general, as they always are.
A hat-trick at the end of this over and then 2 wickets in the next over. Could be a tie. Don't think that's going to happen.
Didn't Casey know Ambani?
I don't know. It wasn't him. Full. And again, full toss. I mean, loads of full tosses. And once more, it goes straight to mid-wicket.
Yeah.
And there is no run. 162 for 5. Still waiting for that winning run.
Or did she know the guy who's now the richest man in India?
She knew the guy who was owner of Rajasthan Royals, I think it was.
Raj Kundra.
No.
Shilpa Shetty.
No.
Name some other people.
Really rich.
Those were the owners of...
rich industrialist who owns one of the teams.
Manoj. Oh, that's a really good ball from Ishan. That swung a little bit. It was full. It's been reviewed. Now, I'm wondering whether maybe he got a little bit of an inside edge, but that was a really, really nice ball. It's a batter's review.
Why? Just walk out.
That's plum as.
Look plum to me.
Were you definitely in?
Jay is really happy at my...
He does. He likes you. Proper comedy. He does keep calling you Avi, though.
Yeah, that's Jay, my name is ABHI.
Yeah, Abbey. As in Abbey Road, only different spelling.
What's my full name? Hendo?
Abhishek, isn't it?
Abhishek, I presume.
No.
Abbey Hall.
Oh,
I did see
you got the first syllable correct, and the second you were correct at Abhir, and then the last syllable was wrong.
Okay, tell us what it is then.
Go on, I want you to guess.
I don't know then, because I've just always thought of you as Abhishek, because every Abbey I know is an Abhishek. So
well, I'm Abhiram.
Abhiram, okay.
Abhiram.
Ram. Okay,
Yeah.
RAM. Yeah.
RAM, yes.
Okay, well that is out. It looked out. It was out, and they are really making a meal of getting over the line here.
Send me home quickly, man. Come on.
Santa's just going to knock a single now.
Yeah. Oh my God, the most anticlimactic end I could have asked for.
Well, that's not surprising. I think that's so quickly.
Super chat cash, super chat cash.
Brian in Brisbane has sent us a super chat. Well, end of the GC Towers, MK1 era. Long live GC Towers. See you at the new studio. As we shall, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's not Mark 1 era. It's really Mark 3, isn't it?
What do we Mark 4?
Because we started off...
Mark 4?
Started with Sports Tonight Live, went to the jet lag, ended up at Katie's,
and then here.
So, I mean, this has been the longest period
we've been here
that
8
we've been
years.
anywhere. So, yeah, you're absolutely right in that sense. But it is kind of Mark... What do we say? So it's Mark
4.
Mark 4. Right. Has he still got a ball to bowl?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I did say a hat-trick and then 2 wickets in the next over. They've lost 2 wickets.
I bet if you put a pound on that, you
on
get
162, haven't
great
they?
returns.
It's fun, and maybe the traffic will have eased by the time I get out of here. But they're taking it deep, Sunrisers.
Oh God, just show me the cricket. I don't want to see Hardik Pandya talking nonsense to Namandir.
I don't understand why they're doing this. We've got another one. We've got another super chat. They're rolling in. If you want to be the last person to super chat us at Sydenham, get on it quickly because there's not much time to go.
Super chat cash, super chat cash, super chat cash.
Before I read the super chat, could you have gone any lower asking for more money from our viewers?
No,
no, absolutely not. I squeeze them, if I possibly can. Who is it?
Yeah, Monthly One Eric has sent us a super chat, probably the final one. Thanks for the coverage, primates. Love and sausages. XX, bring on MK4. Oh no, it's not the final super chat. Jay has sent us another one. Extra money for me getting Abhi's name wrong all day, and I didn't bother to correct him because I like you, Jay. I don't need to correct you as long as the spirit is right.
It took that long to actually...
I thought they'd already given it out.
I thought they had as well.
No shipping, unlike the bucket hat.
So you're all competing to be the last super chat of the Sydenham era. Santner is facing up round the wicket. He wants a single. He's sent back. The throw comes in, well backed up. Well, would you believe it? A whole over has gone by. 2 wickets fell. And only 1 run was scored. 162 for 6. Ishan himself can't believe it because he was really struggling before that over. He's ended up with 2 for 36 from 4. It's going to be over to Tilak to finish this off, and I'm sure he can. Come on, you super chat people. If you haven't super chatted,
Monthly One Eric has returned from the super chat battle today, saying he can't really afford a super chat battle today. LOL, it's a fix. Bear has paid them off to check out this last hour's game. And Jay says, replying to Monthly One Eric, we are both honourable men, no shame.
Absolutely, we don't expect those people that have already given us lots of money, but there are lots of people out there. Lots of people out there who don't give us a bloody thing. Message has got in on the Oh, it's Seishan coming back on. He's gone for 31 off 3. I thought he bowled well earlier, but was a little bit unlucky. He's in to that man. He's just got it through. The reverse sweep comes out. It was in the air just for a moment. We thought that one of the backward points might be able to get across and snap it out of the air, but he couldn't. It's gone for 4. Mumbai finally win. First ball of the 18th over?
Yeah.
And well, I mean that win looked
19th, I think.
19th,
yeah.
Yeah, was it in the end? That win looked like it was coming from a long way out, didn't it? Really. I think I have to say. Let's see what Messi has said.
Messi has sent us another super chat. Final Sydenham super chat. You say, surely we'll stay on air for hours for this competition.
Good point. Good point.
And some messages after that. Has Bear got a list of preferred food suppliers for the new studio? How long can we keep them from going home? True. Oh fuck. Hendo with the last round knockout. Only fitting. And Jeff Ricks completes it by saying, thanks guys, see you again soon. You
shall indeed. Well, we might be here next week, you never know.
He loves his teaser.
Yeah, but I won't be. And
you
that's all
won't be.
that matters.
Why not? Are you busy from next week on?
No, but next week I've got to go house hunting.
Oh.
On the south coast, near Worthing, funnily enough, which is not too far from you.
Farong says, MI fans is coming home. It was always home.
It's coming home. How many times have Mumbai won it? They've won it
5.
5 times, yeah. So they've been pretty good. Right, well that's it then from us. If there are no more super chats, I'm giving you one final chance.
Oh, shut up! Turn it off. Put the theme tune on.
One final chance. I don't want to put the theme tune on and then have to do a super chat. So you've got about 10 seconds to do that.
8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not happening. It's goodbye from the bear.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Abby, not Avi. And it's goodbye from me, Gorilla Hendo. And we'll speak to you hopefully next week. But if not, soon we'll be in Lewisham. Gorilla Cricket Towers Mark 4. Good night.
5.
Bye.
Bye.
Leaving it a bit late.
Sorry, I've got to stop that. And I've just got to say, finally, another one of these.
YouTube comments were not getting
the very final one.
Too many lonely folks needing some attention. You post your super chat and then you pay the price.
He sings we read for cash. He sings we read for cash.
A final little one from J. Grow, a couple of quid stuffed into our grubby hands, and he just says, pricks.
Take charge, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time has come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, guerrilla cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick guerrilla cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than rev counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act, but people like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian, Guerrilla Cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. We would not give up the ghost when they left us all for dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao, Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh, Asif Din, Václav Havel,